What's up, party people? How's everybody doing? I'm hoping everybody's having a beautiful day. If you are looking for the actual video, I need you to fast forward to the 10-minute mark. We have some BBN business to talk about real quick. It's going to take 2 seconds. First thing I want to say is, so yesterday I had a situation that was outside. I was actually arguing with a man. I want to say is just be clear on this before I tell you what the situation was and some other things that pertains to the situation. I was actually arguing with a man. I want to be clear about this. I was not arguing with a if anybody, give me 1 second. I accidentally had some apps open, and so I'm lagging over here, and I don't know if y'all see me lagging or not, but I see myself lagging. Anyway, so I was actually arguing with a man. Let me explain to you what happened. So I'm outside and I'm doing a thing with some people. Apparently, what our show is also about today is going to be about, I need to inform people about a casino that is supposed to be possibly coming to Coney Island. In any regard, so we're outside. We're doing something. We have some people that's on the opposing side doing something also. What they start doing is telling people to vote for the candidate that they prefer because there is a rapist or a pedophile or something over there with the other side. So don't vote for those guys, right? Those guys don't have no scruples, no morals. You know what having no scruples, no morals is? Accusing somebody of doing something like that and they haven't. That's having no scruples and morals. Let's just be clear on that. And anyway, so somebody comes back to me and they alert me that that's what's happening. So two things have been going on right previously, right before that. And the two of the things is that people will walk past me and be in a good mood, and then when they come back, all of a sudden they're like weirdos. They're just like, I don't know, I can explain it in any regard. So I go over there because I'm told that it was a lady that had said this. I don't know which lady said this. Initially, I thought the white lady said it. It was a white lady and a black lady and a young man over there, and they was talking to another person. So when I walked across the street, I didn't walk across the street to go just talk to two ladies. I walked across the street to go talk to a group of people. I just need for this to be understood. So I walk across the street to go talk to the group of people, which just happened to be the two ladies. And I heard that one of the ladies said a thing. I think it's the white lady. So what I say is, yo, why are you even saying something like that about me? Like what the fuck? Like, I didn't curse, but I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even yelling. I'm outraged. The dude immediately jumps in front of me in defense, and he starts yelling. So me and him are yelling. I'm not yelling at the lady. I just want this to be clear, because anybody watching from the outside might be thinking I'm yelling at the lady. I'm yelling at the man. And I want to be clear about something. I just realized who the damn lady was. She actually works with a councilman from Bay Ridge. His name is Brennan. What the fuck is his first name? Anyway, so she works with a councilman. She works with a politician. The black lady. The white lady also, now I realize. But the black lady works with a politician. So they're out there spreading defamation. I'm not even sure who won. Also, I find out that Brennan guy, he's trying to come over here because his constituency basically don't want him no more. He can't win over there no more. So allegedly, I don't know this to be true. This is just information in which I was given. Allegedly, he can't win over there no more. So he's trying to come over here and win. Allegedly, I don't know this to be true. But now that I just came into contact with the people who work for him, I gotta believe that that's accurate. I don't know what else to tell you. In any regard, I'm arguing with the dude. And when I'm arguing with the dude, he got his homeboy, because, you know, from the neighborhood over there, everybody's cool. So I'm arguing with the dude, and then, you know, homeboy's, you know, giving him his support like he's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? So we arguing, we going back and forth, and I'm like, yo, what y'all doing is crazy. Like, why would y'all be doing something like that to somebody in any regard? We go back across the street, what happened? More arguments happen. One thing I will say is, I did have a situation where what I realized is there was about 5 or 6 people out there just telling people that lie about me. So what I did do is I recorded all of the people that was out there. I made sure I got a video with them. I still have that video, just so we can be clear. I'm gonna keep it for I'm most likely I'm gonna need to use it again at one point. So I have the video, but I didn't post the video because homegirl made a great point. I don't know if those other people were even involved in anything. I don't know that. All I know for 100% certain is that black lady was saying it. I don't know if anybody else was saying anything. In any regard, I wasn't out there arguing at no lady. And I apologize to the Puerto Rican lady that I had the dispute with, not the black lady. I apologize to the Puerto Rican lady because she was right. And as far as I know, when I walked away, we was on good terms. I get home, I talk to coach. I told you, I give it to the 10-minute mark. When we get to the 10-minute, the show's going to start about the 10-minute mark. It's going to take another minute or two. So I get home. I text people, right? So I get a call back, and I'm apologizing to the individual because I can't conduct myself like that. I can't be getting angry. I'm not really allowed to get angry. So the person is talking to me, and basically they say, yo, look, we heard about the rumor or whatever. They checked all federal, everything. They checked all state, everything. My name's nowhere. Like I've been saying, because there is no reason for it to be anywhere. So the individual said they checked everything. They checked federal, they checked state, they checked everything. Because remember, I asked these individuals to go to the police with me. So I guess they wanted to make sure they do their due diligence first. So they checked everything. My name is nowhere. I'm not on nothing because I've never done anything. I never thought about doing anything. What in the hell, fam? In any regard, now we have a person who works for either a councilman or a person who works for somebody who was running to be a councilman outside in the street spreading defamation. So, I don't know, man. It looks like God is lining up a lot of wins for me. Just lining them up. All I have to do is follow through. He's just lining up wins. He just literally has me out here just minding my business, doing nothing. And then people coming around me and doing things that I have actionable, legal actionable, I can have action. There's legal action that is actionable that I can use that can actually put me in a better position than I actually am currently. So God is just lining them up for me at the moment. And I can't even tell y'all about what's happening on the backside about some other shit because I'm going to keep it to myself. So, apparently, I had an argument with people outside. I feel really bad about that. But I wasn't arguing with the black lady because I asked her a question and I never really even got an answer or anything from her. And I never even got the chance to, all I did was ask her a question. Like, why are you telling that people that about me? And you know what they said? How do I know that they're saying it? What the fuck you mean, how do I know? I'm all the way across the street, fam. I didn't hear you. Obviously, somebody told me. Satan is always at work, fam. Satan is always at work. That's why I try to say I want God to do my I want God to get my payback. I don't want to try to get payback on nobody. I want God to do it. So I told him, I can't wait for God to pull up on y'all. I can't wait. I cannot wait for God to pull up on y'all. I hope it was instant karma. With that being said, let's get to the show. We at about the 10-minute mark. I want to be clear about something. Let's talk about this situation. Wait, hold on. They didn't send my thing yet, right? Good. So that means that I could just dust this. Boom. And clear that out. So I want to be clear about something. Wack 100, as far as I can tell, just pulled the Tekashi 6ix9ine on Hocus for 5th. Now, let's go back for a second for everybody that don't know. Hocus 4/5 and Wack 100, they've been going at it for quite some time. A while back, Hocus 4/5 got into some kind of situation with Wack involving Clubhouse, and he even apologized about it or some shit. I'm not 100% sure how that went, but they've been going back and forth beefing for quite some time now. So Wack decided he wanted to throw some shade at Hocus 4/5 because remember, when you don't have any actual, how do you say, it's so windy outside. That's why we're not outside. If you can hear that, that's the wind. I don't even know what it's hitting. But that's why we can't go outside because it's too windy. Y'all not gonna be able to hear me. So Wack 100 is trying to disrespect Hocus 4/5. And he's trying to disrespect Hocus 4/5 in a way that we know people generally try to do when they don't have no actual substance. So if I don't have no real way to say that that person is wrong about this, that that person did that wrong or something, what do? They talk about your money. What up, Penny? What up, Penny? They talk about your money. Correct? So Wack 100 is trying to disrespect Hocus 4/5 by going to Hocus 4/5's neighborhood, Castle Hill, and giving away stuff to like the single moms and the people in the neighborhood, because he's basically trying to infer that Hocus 4/5 can't do it. So apparently, Wack 100 pulls up to Castle Hill early in the morning. How do I know it's early in the morning? Look at the picture. The sun is low in the sky. This is the winter. This ain't the summer no more. See, in the summer, you could pull that off. Because even when the sun is low in the sky, it's still high in the summer. Okay, so the sun takes it the way that it's explained in school. The earth takes the route that the earth takes when it goes around the sun during the winter, it tilts on its axis. This is what we're told. So this is the best explanation I could give right now for the most people to be able to understand what I'm saying. So it tilts on an axis as it's going around what we perceive to be the winter in America. It tilts on the axis. So basically what's happening is, this is what they're trying to say, that since the sunlight isn't directly hitting Earth, it's like glancing off of us, I guess, that it heats up the place a little bit less. That's crazy. It's absolutely bananas. I don't want to get into what's probably actually happening, but I will say this. When you look at heat as radiation, heat is radiation. They know heat is radiation. How do you think they understood how to even create a microwave oven? Heat is radiation. If heat wasn't radiation and things were just hot because of the fire, because fire has the properties that they tell us that fires have, then why isn't space full of fire? Space should be full of fire. What up, contrarian? Salute. But it's not. And the reason why space is not full of fire is because fire actually emanates radiation. For anybody else that thinks that I don't know what I'm talking about, UV rays. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So he was out there early in the morning. He had a box of fucking Pampers. He had a box of fucking Pampers, one box, and he was standing next to the shit that said Castle Hill. So I just wanted to talk about this. I thought it was funny. Wack 100 is out here, and these niggas is playing these weirdo ass games. First, I don't want anything to happen to anybody, so I don't really want Wack 100 to go to Castle Hill and then there'd be a problem. But the one thing that Hocus kept trying to explain is that he has he has clout in his neighborhood. You understand what I'm saying? That in Castle Hill, Hocus 4/5 is Hocus 4/5, fam. You might be able to pull whatever you want to pull out there in the world, but if you go to the Bronx, to Castle Hill, you're not going to be able to pull none of that bullshit. Because those people see him be a real one in real time. I think that that's the biggest issue sometimes when you are moving around and you go from one place to another place, especially when you do it often. Uh, People don't really understand who you are. You understand what I'm saying? They can only understand based on their interpretation of the energy in which you're giving off or the situations in which they're allowed to see you in, but they don't really know you. So when Wack 100 decides that he's gonna go to Hocus Forth or go to Castle Hill in the Bronx, he probably thought it all sounded like a good idea at first. Then he called around, found out it was probably not such a good idea. I'm hoping that these dudes stop playing these weirdo ass games. Because I'm going to tell you something that happened early in YouTube. So, not everybody is thinking that arguing and beefing that you might be doing over the internet with whoever that is a game. So you might come into contact with somebody that's taking all of that arguing and all of that BS that's going on over the internet way more seriously than you and the person that you actually arguing with. I'm gonna give you an example of some shit real quick. Did y'all ever hear about that soap opera guy? That he was like a bad guy on the soap opera. So he'd be out eating, and women would just come up to him and throw drinks on him and curse him out and slap him and all types of weirdo ass shit like that because on the show he was a bad guy. Google exists. You can look it up. So a lot of times people don't interpret that shit. Like, that's why I don't want to beef with nobody. Because I had a situation where people came up to me over a beef I wasn't even in. It was a motherfucker trying to beef at me. But the person took a clip of me saying some shit that had nothing to do with them, told some people I was talking about them, and then responded back to it going at me. I wasn't even talking about them. They was just trying to create a situation where it looked like I was going back and forth. So this is why I try to tell people I don't want to beef with nobody. I'm upset that I argued with the dude last night. I didn't even realize that it looked like I could have been arguing with the woman until after the whole thing was over. I'm upset I was arguing with the dude. Then, oh man, just had something else wild happen. So I left my tripod in the store. So I come home last night. I forgot this part. So I come home last night. I left my tripod in the store. I come home, and then when I go back to go get my tripod, I don't know if there's always cops out there like that. But sheesh. So I go back to the store to go get my tripod. Shout out to the Most High. Glory be to God. It was still there. So when I'm walking up on the cops, no lie, I just thought there was just the niggas on the block, but it was like a shitload of them. I was like, what in the hell? And it's dark, right? So no, I don't have the best eyesight, especially if there's not light shining directly on the thing. So the first cop said, what's up? So I just thought it was just like regular niggas at first. So I was like, yeah, what's up? And then as I got close, I was like, oh shit, these niggas police. I don't got no beef with the police anyway. I'm cool with y'all niggas, though. I'm not arguing with you niggas. But there was something going on. I don't know what it is. I don't want to talk to y'all niggas when there's something going on. Y'all niggas just going to go get coffee, or y'all niggas just going to go to the store and I see y'all. Yeah, because, I'm trying to do the basketball league and all that other shit. And I want all of the municipalities around here to be involved. So, yeah, I talked to you guys. Shout out to you guys. But there was something going on last night. I don't know what it is. I'm hoping it didn't have to do with the fucking argument that I had with homeboy. In any regard, let's get back to what we're talking about. So, Wack 100 ended up, I believe, not giving out the Pampers at Castle Hill. I I want to see how he's gonna say that. I bet you he's gonna be like, yo, I pulled up, wasn't nobody outside. Nigga, it was 7:30. It was 7:30 a.m. and no, nobody wasn't outside. People was voting yesterday, so that meant that there was no school. So there was no reason for a lot of people to be outside. You talking about? Yeah, you picked a day that nobody was even dropping their kids off at school. Because you know if you would have picked a Saturday or a Sunday, there's going to probably be people outside. I don't know what to tell you. More people need to work in that joking jokes. I do this for a living. So I am in no position to make jokes about anybody else's profession. I do this for a living. I love my job and I'm good at it. Because I want to talk about some other stuff too. But the other stuff I want to talk about is way more serious than this. It's about some casino that might be coming here to Coney Island. I want to get to that in a minute. Because I actually heard something. But since, and then also, not for nothing, after the situation, before the situation happened yesterday with the argument, I'm busy. I had a great idea for a show. I had a fucking great idea. I'm not going to say it out loud, but I had a great idea. Like a great idea. I was inspired. That's another reason why I believe that I have like a lot of different ideas and things as such, because I usually try to keep myself involved. I have a lot of different activities that I've been involved in. So I have a lot of inspirations. I have a lot of life experience. With that being said, what time we got? All right, because I meant to start early on purpose so I could do that conversation before anybody gets up. I want to talk about this casino. Before I talk about the casino that's coming to, that people are trying to have come to Coney Island, I want to talk about the casino that's going to Times Square. So Jay-Z and a conglomerate, a corporate group of people, have decided that they were going to bring a casino to Times Square. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about that. But I think it makes sense. Because Times Square is a place where tourists go. It's a really big tourist area. I think casinos work best when they're in the middle of tourist traps. I think that's the fairest place to put them. I think that when you take a casino and you put it in a low-income community, you take a casino and you put it somewhere where you don't currently have a good infrastructure as far as the needs of the community being met. I don't agree with that. But I think that if you take a casino and you put it somewhere where it's already a tourist trap, because remember, if you put it somewhere where it's not a tourist trap, then who are you trying to make your money off of? So allegedly, well, not allegedly. So there is a group of investors that is trying to get a casino out here in Coney Island. When I first heard about it, remember dude came on the show yesterday and was talking to us about it, and he couldn't really explain why he was against it. And so I was taking the appropriate point of view, which would be the opposite of his, to be for it, because I was actually trying to create conversation. But as you can see, I wasn't really pushing too hard. I was just trying to give him an opportunity to talk. That's how you're supposed to do that. So later on in the day, I had the same conversation with a different person. And I said basically all the same points that I said to the gentleman, but the person was able to you know, better propose their position. And basically they said, and this is real true, he said one of the things that's going to come is crime. Said one of the things that's going to come is crime, specifically sex trade, as far as abductions. Specifically, a lot of people do. There is a thing. It's a ghost crime. Do they call it ghost crime? I think they call it the ghost crime. And people, I'm not just saying children, people do have a propensity to come up missing around casinos. Just go look it up for yourself. Don't take my word for it. I'm not trying to say people aren't coming up missing other places also. We're not saying that. But people tend to come up missing around casinos. We also have a community currently that there are people who are very fearful of the crime. So this is the number one thing that I'm curious about. The casino comes, the crime that is already here is only going to escalate. So what mechanisms are put in place to keep the people safe? And besides that, the only real way to put something in place to keep the people safe is to disseminate resources. I don't want to hear about more police, because more police is just a way to put more people in jail. But if you give people resources, you limit the need for somebody to then risk their freedom. Also, who are they hiring? Is there going to be a mandate to hire people from the community? Is there going to be a mandate somewhere that they got to hire like at least 60% from Coney Island? 75% of the people? Is there anything in place to protect the people that live here? See, when people think about politics, right? Okay, I'm going to back up a second. So when we have a situation where you have a large percentage of the community, you have a percentage of the community that's indifferent, a percentage of the community that agrees with something because they believe they will benefit, and a percentage of the community that is against something because they believe that it's going to be detriment to them, right? So you're trying to convince these people. You're not trying to convince the people that believe it to be a detriment. So if the people over here saying crime, to convince these people, you'll be saying police, but that's not helping the situation. More police just cause for more people to be arrested. It doesn't alleviate the problems that cause for the crimes to be committed in the first place. But when you're talking about solutions to prevent crimes from being committed in the first place, that's when you're talking to the undecided. Because these people have made up their minds and these people are going to benefit. So what I want to know is how many people, what is the percentage of people that live in the community that they're going to be mandated? Because we're not going to do nothing on, believe us, mandated to hire. Because for me to be okay, has to be over 60%. I don't want to hear 25%. I don't want to hear 50%. It has to be over half. There's security. There's people doing a whole lot of other things. That's one issue I have. Second one is this. Widows can hide amongst the crowd. I'm going to explain something to you. Y'all always looking at the person that stands out and thinking that they're a weirdo. You do know the weirdos hide amongst the crowd, right? How are they going to have access to whatever the thing is that they want if they can't hide amongst the crowd? So they're a weirdo and they want something and they don't want anybody to know that they wanted to know, so people can't see them having it. So now, how are they going to have access to it if they don't get along with anybody, go around anybody, and they stay away from everyone? How can they have access to the thing that they want? They can't. So I don't want to know, because we're going to have to increase police. That's just what it is. That's a given. So I don't want to know how many more police officers they're going to create. I want to know if there's going to be a special task force to make sure that kids aren't abducted. I don't want these niggas arresting nobody else. I just want them to be on the lookout for people who are abducting people. I don't want that. That's it. So is there going to be some kind of task force? Because this is a big concern. This is a real concern. Because once the casino comes here, if people start going missing, there's no getting rid of it then. You know how much money casinos generate? So I don't know. Put it down in the comment section. Anybody that want to weigh in on this. How do you feel about the casino if Coney Island was to get a casino? I'm curious. I'm not necessarily for it. I'm definitely not necessarily for it. I'm more against it than for it, just so we can be clear. But I am 100% ready to listen to, or I would be 100% ready to have a discussion on the possibilities of it and the effects that it could have on the community. 100%. I'm going to say this much. So let's say the casino comes and say the casino brings a couple of hundred jobs, right? Let's say it brings 200 jobs, available jobs, right? Let's say it brings, I don't know. I don't know how large it's going to be. But let's just say, I don't know, 200, right? Because you know, you're going to have food. It's going to be a casino. So I'm assuming it's going to probably be more than 200. I'm just doing a low number. It's going to be hotels, right? I'm assuming it's going to be, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to have a hotel attached. I don't have the slightest idea, but that sounds like a casino, right? They want people to stay as long as possible, so they're probably going to have rooms, right? So there's going to be a hotel attached 9 times out of 10, right? There's going to be an eating place attached 9 times out of 10, right? There's going to be the actual casino place where they're doing the actual casino stuff, right? I've only been to a casino a couple of times, like twice. I'm not a gambler. And one time I went to a casino, I did 0 gambling. I'm not a gambler. 3 times. I've been to a casino 3 times. So let's say they hire 200 people. And the way I feel, I need at least 120 of those people to be from Coney Island. $120, 130 from Coney Island. Because how is Coney Island benefiting if the people that they're employing all live somewhere else? Those other neighborhoods are benefiting. You're supplying money and finances and resources to those neighborhoods. I want you to supply money and the resources to Coney Island. So therefore, I want the people that live in Coney Island to be the majority of the individuals that work in the casino if the casino comes about. So all I'm saying is this. Casino bad. But if it came to a point where this was an inevitability, then I think real discussions need to be had about how the community is going to benefit. And I don't want to hear we all want to go gamble because you lose more money at a casino than you win. So the whole, you're going to be able to gamble. Yeah, you lose more money at a casino than you win generally. If that wasn't a fact, the casino wouldn't be able to stay in business. They don't put a casino somewhere so the people that live there can benefit. They put a casino in a place because they feel like they can generate a lot of money in that area. You ever been to one of those? I haven't, by the way. I've just heard. But have you ever been to one of those casinos like on a reservation? From what I'm hearing, the reservations usually look downtrodden and not in a great state often. Or at least that was basically the way it was a while back. Is it still windy outside? I don't know. I think the wind died down. It was just so windy. That's why I didn't go out earlier. It's just too windy. I don't know. That tree is blowing like hell, fam. Yeah, it's too windy. Hold on. Sheesh. Yeah, nah. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but that's literally the wind. Nah, it's too windy outside. I go outside, y'all ain't gonna be able to hear me at all. What else y'all want to talk about this morning? Those are the two topics I had. 37 minutes. Mama, we trying to do the whole show. I'm trying to get the show, all the topics done in 36 minutes. We had 37 minutes. Boom. And I got up and walked over there, so I was probably on time. In any regard. Yeah, so that's how I feel about it. I'm not real big on the casino. I do understand the benefits of the casino. 100%. Do not get this confused. But are the people in the community going to be protected? And that's where my concerns are. Are the people in the community going to be protected? I don't want to hear how the casino say they're going to have their own staff. Because after everybody leaves the casino, they staff can't do shit. I don't care what your security is doing. Your security is only security on your grounds. When your security steps off of your grounds, they're not security no more, fam. You feel me? Also, remember, the Democrats, the people that are pushing this, is on this whole defund the police shit for the last how many years. So, also, our freaking, oh man, I gotta talk about our mayor today. You know they raided his home? You know his financial consultant lady that takes care of his business is only like 25 years old? They raided Eric Adams' home for corruption. What do I keep telling y'all my problem with the Democrats is? And I want to explain something to y'all right now. That wasn't the Republicans that sent those guys. I promise you it was the Democrats. He's not doing something they want him to do and they're going to take him down. I promise you it's some Democrat somewhere. He's not doing what they want him to do. Just so we could be clear, they raided his home right as he was supposed to be going to D.C. to go ask for more money for the migrants. So he's getting on, I don't know, the plane or the train. I don't know how he's going down there. Shout out to Arthur D. Glass, salute. He getting on the plane or the train or however he plans on going down there to go talk to the president about giving some money to New York for the migrants. Because they're not giving us the money for the migrants that they're supposed to. So right when he's about to go down there to talk to the president, all of a sudden his home gets raided by the FBI? Come on, fam. Can we please start voting for the person and stop voting for the party? We're destroying our country. You know what? We're preventing our country from recovering. Yeah, I think that's a more accurate statement. We're preventing our country from recovering. Can you please stop voting for a Republican because he's a Republican? Stop voting for a Democrat because he's a Democrat. Try to find out about the individual and vote for the individual. If you don't know something, somebody, or a particular party or position, don't vote at all. Leave that shit blank. So I'm going to tell you something I saw super interesting. We got a politician around here. His name is Ari Kagan. So there were some people pissed off. They was like, he used to be a Democrat. Now he's a Republican. I didn't know that. But then I found out he became a Democrat. He became a Republican around the time that Biden won office. I said, wait, hold on. So this nigga saw that the Democrats was going in the direction he didn't want to be in and he turned Republican? I don't got beef with that. Like, even if he did it for the wrong reason, that would just make him Count Dooku, if you get that reference. It's not just the Star Wars reference, by the way. So I had people saying, if you're with I don't care for the voting for a party. I don't know if I should call this. If you in the chat, let me know if you want me to call it. If not, I'm not going to call it. Because remember, they tried to stalk you. I don't want them to start stalking you again. So if you in the chat, I'm going to call it. If not, I'm not going to call it. Because I don't want them to start stalking you again. With that being said, shout out with the $10 drop. Appreciate you. Salute. So I want to be clear about something. I'm not about voting for a party. If you talking to me and you say you black, you got to vote Democrat. That sounds like slave shit, fam. All of y'all out here talking about you a grown adult. You could do whatever you want to do, except for when it comes to voting, because you black. So you got to vote Democrat. I don't understand this shit. Shout out to all the people that I spoke to that said they voting Trump. Trump, you got to come to Coney Island. Somebody tell Trump he got to come to Coney Island. We want to, you in New York. You can act like you're not in New York. We need you to come down to Coney Island. Come talk your trash. Call Seagate up. We need you to come down to Coney Island. And then we want you to get in one of them and drive around so everybody can wave at your ass. Come to Coney Island. I spoke to somebody that said that they hated Donald Trump, but they voting for him next time. How about that? They do not like Donald Trump. But the very next time the opportunity they get to vote for him, they voting for him. Do you understand why the Democrats trying to put this dude in jail so bad? Don't vote for party, vote for person. Don't vote for party, vote for person. The sad thing is, I came into contact with that Justin Brenner guy like a ton of times, and I actually liked him. I came in contact with him a ton of times. Shout out to Rude, don't nobody see them Dots Jones, don't nobody see them Dots Jones, salute. I came into contact with Justin Brennan a ton of times. I come into contact with Ari Kagan a ton of times. I like both of the guys. I'm just the media fan. I like both of the guys. Do any of them support the platform? Is any of them calling me up to be like, yo, we doing a thing over here, pull up? That would be them trying to bring me on as their media entity. Nobody's calling me up saying, yo, we doing a thing over here, Jack. You mind come pulling up? Neither one of them are doing this. And I'm not talking about having a fucking third party. Y'all be seeing me? Y'all know who I am. And I know you know who I am. Because y'all know who I am. Like the damn lady tried to say that she didn't know who I was. I done interviewed you like 3 times. The black lady that tried to pretend she didn't know who I was when she was slandering me. I done interviewed you like twice. Like, we don't know who you. I've done interviewed you. Remember when we had the book bag giveaway? Yeah, you was there. I got you on camera. Literally interviewing you. Can Trump really go to jail, though? And can he be a sitting president after all the open cases? There is nothing preventing him from putting his name currently from putting his name into into the ballots, right? There's nothing currently. I do want to say this though, and I find this interesting. I don't think black people specifically is gonna not, pardon me. I don't think people from the hood specifically is not gonna vote for you because you're in trouble with the law. I don't think that's a deal breaker for people in the hood. Remember, they're trying to fight it. They're trying to get the black vote as best as they can. Most of the black people live where? We live in the hood. A large majority of us. Obviously not all of us, but a large majority of us. I don't think people in the hood are going to be like, I'm not voting for Trump because he's got problems with the law. I think that's actually, you know what? That guy might be okay. I think that's actually one of those situations. I've been in trouble with the law a couple of times, like all of us have. Sometimes we're in trouble with the law and we're in the right. Sometimes we're in the wrong. It is what it is. And I think that especially people that have been abused by our criminal justice system, I think that they understand that more than anything else. Or at least we should understand that more than anything else. Like I was telling y'all the other day, I know a dude. I know a couple of dudes. I told you about a specific scenario the other day, but I could tell you about another. That's just a violent shootout, so I'm not going to tell you about that one. But I know people that have beat crimes that I know for a fact they were guilty. I know unequivocally. I knew they was guilty when they committed the crime. Some of them I didn't know they was guilty when they committed the crime. I just found out after they beat it. So our criminal justice system is broke. Because if you understand, for every person that beats a crime, there's probably 2 or 3 that go to jail for crimes they didn't even commit. Just something to think about. So I don't know if he's really going to go to jail. I'm hoping he don't. I want him to run. I want the Democrats to find somebody other than Biden even more than I want Trump to run, because I don't want Trump or Biden to be president. I want the Democrats to look for somebody else. That's what I want. I want the Democrats to find someone else. Not anyone else. You know, there's worse choices. I don't know if there's worse choices. I'm just saying I don't want to find out. So I want to be particular about what I'm saying. If it wasn't so fucking windy, I would have walked to the store and got something to fucking. It's just too windy. If the wind calms down, I'll walk to the store. How about that? And as soon as I said that, you heard that? It's just windy. Yes, somebody younger, please, somebody younger. I keep trying to express this. Could we please stop electing people to that's trying to solve the problems of 20 years ago? I don't want any more of these people elected trying to solve the problems of 20 years ago. I want people elected that's trying to solve the problems of today. When you go get people from that's 70, 80 years old, this is bananas to say, they're not going to be trying to solve the problems of today. You get somebody that's 60 something years old, they 67 years old, they're not trying to solve the problems of today. We need some people trying to run for the presidency that are competent, that are in their late 50s to early 60s. I'm even cool with mid 50s. Hell, I'm cool with early 50s. I'm just being honest with you. I would prefer for our president to be 51 than our president to be 77. Is that fair? I would prefer for any politician in general to be 51 rather than 77 or 67, or however old that damn president is. And I think that that's an issue and that's a problem. People always assume that because somebody is older that they're more wise or they're more kind. And I think that we need to start holding people on the merits of what they do, not just on the perceived perception of their instead of the perception of their wisdom. You know, they don't actually have wisdom. We're just perceiving that they might have wisdom. We're just thinking. You know, they're pretty old. They got to know what they're talking about. But the question is, do we have any young? I don't think so. I think they got that one dude that's like supposed to be from California or something like that. But we're not going to get a young president in the next 1 or 2 elections. We have to work on making one now. We need to find that 25, 32-year-old politician. And we need to convince them that we'll vote for them if they're gonna, push our policies. We need to find that 42-year-old politician. We'll vote for you if you're out there fighting for us. I think that if you're just looking right now to just find somebody already ready to go that haven't already been prepped for the position, I don't know. I think that that's the problem with Biden. I think that Trump just was able to not have that issue. Shout out to Nick the Slick. Salute. It's a salute for us in the game. I want to say something real quick that I find interesting. So, y'all really didn't want Trump to be president no more because he tweeted mean tweets. People really didn't want Trump to be president no more because of mean tweets, fam. Just reflect on that for a moment. While you look at our economy and what it's doing. While you look at all of the wars that's going on around the world and what they're doing. You know that a new U.S. Navy base has been getting bombed by Iran? I don't know about that, do you? Yeah, so apparently Navy bases over there in the region have been getting bombed by Iran. They're not telling you about that, though. Allegedly. There's a war going on outside. No man is safe from. You can run, but you can't hide. Anyway, our system is broken, funding every other country for war, but not taking care of home. Fam, do you know they now want to move the homeless people out of New York so they can make way for the migrants? I am not joking. I am not joking. I am not capping. I am not in no way playing. They want to move the homeless people out of New York so they can have room for the migrants. Y'all know how I always tell y'all, I used to work in the DHS, Department of Homeless Services. I used to work for uh, FJC, I was security. And I always tell y'all, these places don't always be really finding people homes, man. Like, not all of those workers is doing their job right. People keep saying go to a shelter and you'll be able to get it. It don't work like that. 9 times out of 10, you'll go into a shelter with a job, and you probably get to lose your job fighting to get an apartment. You know how often that happens to people? Because they have you jumping through impossible hoops. So our our homeless system has been screwed for years. If you're a black male, that's predominantly where I've worked, in buildings with males. If you're a man, not even saying black male, but if you're a man, you know how far down on the list you are to get an apartment? Why do you think they had to come up with them RSOs? RSOs is great, by the way. I was in I was working in Bellevue. There was a dude there. I don't know how many years he was in the building. But he was in the building for so many years in that shelter, living in that shelter for so many years, that when they finally found him a home, he still tried to come back every day because he didn't know anything else. Tall guy, always smile, dark skin, looked like a good dude. Looked like he probably could have hooped back in the day too, like a hooper. Big personality. He got depressed. Yeah, I don't never know what people are struggling with. Like, you don't know. You don't really know. You know? Mm. Anyway, so these shelters, people ain't really getting homes. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how it works now, but this is when I was working there. So they want to move the homeless people out of New York City so they can make room for people who are not American citizens. I just, Democrats. So they moving your friends and family out of New York City because they need help. But they are going to make sure that those other people that need help have everything that they need. But y'all not going to stop voting Democrats because you're black. Please stop telling me you're not a slave. You're a slave. You have no other choice but to vote Democrat, no matter how badly they treat you. No matter how often they mistreat you. You're still going to just vote Democrat. Oh, there's Democrats worth voting for? Absolutely. There's a ton of Democrats worth voting for, just like there's a ton of Republicans worth voting for. I don't even know who won the election last night. I have not the slightest idea. Got football practice today, so I don't know. Shout out to the Coney Island Sharks. I'm going to try harder to stay away from bullshit ass arguments. And keep my composure. That's the wind, by the way, if y'all can hear that. Shout out to the Coney Island Sharks. I'm just happy to be around good people. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Our system is broken, funding every other country. Well, I mean, y'all not gonna stop voting for Democrats. So what do you expect is gonna happen? I mean, every politician on the planet knows that America is robbing their people. You do know this, right? Like, you know this, right? Every politician, every person that runs a part of a country on the planet know that America is robbing their own people. Why do you think all of these other countries are saying y'all got to put Donald Trump back in office? When have you ever heard that before? Remember how the Democrats used to say everybody hated Donald Trump? Now the Democrats is in charge. And what is every other country saying? Y'all got to put Donald Trump back in office. Even the dudes that Donald Trump used to go after every day. Kim Jong-un said it. He used to wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and tweet at that guy. The guy that runs China said it. You know, China. You go, fam. I'm under the belief that these countries don't want to necessarily be in some of these wars that they're in. I'm under that belief that if given the opportunity, some of these situations would have chose peace. Just so we could be clear, once again, Russia said they invaded Ukraine because Ukraine had factories where they were building biological chemicals for warfare. Let's not forget that's what they initially told us their reasoning was. And just so we could be clear, Biden was said to literally it was said that Biden was the one that owned the factories. Just so we could be clear. Now, that might be why Israel is responding the way that they are. Don't be surprised if Israel wasn't given a threat. And then the threat was followed out. So now Israel was just bombing the shit out of Hamas and all Palestinians. See, when you realize that some of these decisions was made a week before they actually get enacted, you look at the whole World War thing differently. Some of these decisions was made a week before they were enacted. Some decisions was made a month before. Hamas went and attacked an event. Now, the Palestinians is getting bombed into, and it's not even a genocide at this point. They're literally committing a Holocaust. I believe that's the reason why Biden has no choice but to keep saying, we stand behind Israel. Because I wouldn't be surprised if Israel isn't acting in the capacity of America. Anyway. I'm just not a big fan of the Biden administration. I haven't been a big fan of Democrats for a minute, but the Biden administration just absolutely, oh. I stopped being a fan of Democrats when Obama didn't do anything for black people. Just so we can be clear. And didn't I tell you they had Eric Adams? Didn't I tell you they tricked Eric Adams? Didn't I tell y'all? Hold on. Remember when Eric Adams first said that he was bringing the migrants here? And I told y'all he's not doing it for a malicious reason. I said, I think they tricked him. Remember when I said that? I said, yo, I think they tricked Eric Adams because he's not a politician. These other dudes is politicians. They know how this shit work. Eric Adams don't know how this shit work. He ain't a politician. I said, yo, I think they tricked him. They tricked his ass. Now when he said he's going to go to Washington to ask for the money, he's about to physically go to Washington. All of a sudden, they raid his home? The FBI? Not the day before, not the day after, but the day of? Just saying, Eric Adams was tricked, y'all. He ain't know no better. I'm not absolving him of his fault. I'm just saying he didn't know no better. He was tricked. Eric Adams, in my belief, was 100% tricked. If you're enjoying the show, hit that like button. I believe Eric Adams was 100% tricked. It's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I don't know what to tell you. This is my opinion. I could be wrong. I think Eric Adams was tricked. I want to go and get breakfast so fucking bad. Fuck it, we're not gonna go get breakfast. We're just gonna wait for lunch. What time is it? I want to go get a coffee so bad. I had no coffee this morning. It's windy outside. If I try to go outside, the wind's gonna be too much. I do feel bad about arguing with that dude yesterday, though. I wasn't wrong, but I feel bad about the way I handled the situation. I wasn't wrong, though. I wasn't wrong, though. I just feel bad about the way I handled the situation. I gotta handle that situation better. I really want to go get some coffee. Yeah, I gotta handle that situation, man. Nah, I'll just wait. I want coffee, but I'll just wait. It just turned 8. Just realized that. Anyway. It's fucking wind, man. Huh. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. That's crazy though. The Wack 100 did the the thing like Tekashi 6ix9ine did when Tekashi faked, like he was like at O Block, but he really wasn't at O Block. That nigga faked like he was at Castle Hill Projects. He was not really at Castle Hill Projects. Shout out to Sean Price, not the rapper. I got a homeboy that I used to go to school with in junior high school named Sean Price, right? Um, Short kid. He was shorter than me at the time. He was pretty good at basketball. Anyway, he was me. I used to always have like the fade or whatever, right? So he used to have like a high top fade also, but he used to like put like the peroxide in the shit. Like anyway, so he had moved in the middle of the year to Castle Hill, and he talked about it every damn day. He was so happy to be living in Castle Hill projects, and he was so happy. He talk about that shit every day. Like we got hear about Castle Hill projects every day, fam. Sheesh. Shout out to Castle Hill. Shout out to Sean Price. Shout out to 118. Shout out to Tremont Ave. Shout out to 180th in Tremont specifically. Shout out to the 80s. I used to live over there, obviously. Shit. They always talk about Coney Island. I mean, fucking, the Hill. Anyway, so I just found that funny. Like that, all that is BS. Like Wack 100 just made himself look like a clown to me. You understand what I'm saying? And I especially want to apologize to homeboy yesterday because I cursed him out in front of his moms. Don't try to don't ask me a question and don't let me talk though. Like you understand what I'm saying? Like I want to say something real quick, but if you listening to two people argue and one person asks them a question and then while they trying to answer the question, the other person is trying to talk over the person is trying to talk over the person while they trying to answer the question. Can y'all stop pretending like the person trying to answer the question is wrong? Like obviously the person that asked the question is trying to gaslight the situation. Like obviously. Like obviously. So the person that said that they checked up on me because somebody tried to tell them that I was on some kind of registry list for a sex offender or some shit like that. So they went and they checked all the registry lists. They said they checked the state, they checked the federal one, they checked all the registry lists, right? And he said he had paperwork. I wonder if he had physical paperwork or was it just like a website? I hope it's physical paperwork. I'm gonna ask him to give it to me. Hope it's physical paperwork. Hope it's physical paperwork. You know what? Those might be the people sending people. No, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not even gonna say that because I did see them there one day and then some weirdo shit happened. But there's no reason why they should have a beef with me. Especially before that, before yesterday, there's no reason they should have a beef with me. Never did anything to their opponent. Are you upset because I've interviewed Ari Kagan before? What the fuck? I've interviewed your guy too. Like I'm the fucking news, fam. I want to interview every politician. The fuck. Anyway, that's a fact. Salute Art. Art says you handled it at the moment it was presented. So don't beat yourself over it too much. Just let it hate. Bro, they can't stop what God is playing for you. That's a fact. That's just a fact. I really want some coffee or something. I don't know. Let's walk to the store. Well, we gonna try to walk to the store. We don't know. Try to walk to the store. What should we gonna wear? No. All right, hold on. We're gonna probably walk to the store. I need something to eat. I want some coffee more than that. I want some coffee. But remember I said some weirdos have been following me around? I wouldn't be surprised. I just wouldn't be surprised. That is the weirdo that's been following me around. That's the nigga that was in the store when the dude was talking. I love the way my memory works. That's the nigga that was in the store when the dude was talking crazy to me. Hey, now I'm happy I called him a bitch ass nigga. I'm happy I called him a bitch ass nigga to his face in front of his moms. So what the fuck does that Brennan nigga got with me? How am I beefing with a fucking politician? Sheesh. That's why he kept trying to say he didn't know who I was. Nigga, I know you know who I am because there's no reason for you to say that you didn't know who I was because we wasn't even talking about that shit. Oh, man, let me calm down. I gotta go outside. So those been the people I've been beefing with them people all this time? I don't even know those people. What the hell are they beefing with me for? Yeah, that's the wind, by the way. I wasn't capping. What are they beefing with me for? I don't even know them niggas. Yeah, that's bad. Shoot, hold on. just realized that. Yeah, so that fucking dude's been, that wasn't his mother. That nigga was just saying that shit. I don't know. That could have been his fucking mother. I don't got the slightest idea. Oh man, people are just evil, man. People are just evil. Ari Kagan. I mean, not Ari Kagan. Shout out to Ari Kagan. That Brennan guy, people is just evil, man. Hope they didn't win. So those been the niggas that been. Oh man, I hope they didn't win. I'm gonna try to walk on the side with the sun in a minute, so we don't stay in this shit. Damn, that mean that my name is in rooms that I don't even know about. That mean that my name is, that means that they see me as some kind of threat. So they've been doing this shit for, so that mean that my name is in rooms that I don't know about. Fam, that means that my name is, this is the whole politician sending his political party around, sending the people that he worked with for around to come fucking do weirdo shit. For everybody that don't know, I had a situation that happened in, I had two situations that happened, right? I'm gonna tell you what both of the situations was real quick. One of the situations was, I was walking and some dude and some chick was walking across the street. I guess the guy was gay, I don't know. Because, no, he definitely was. He tried to do some weirdo shit towards me. So I turn and I go about my business. How you doing? All right. So I turn and I go about my business and I leave and I'm pissed. So I get inside the fucking the fucking Burger King. I'm pissed. So the dude asked me what happened. I said, yo, I'm walking outside. Some gay dude, nigga tried to like bump into me or some shit. Like, so I'm pissed, fam. I'm so angry. You have no idea. In any regard. Now, you fast forward to a couple of weeks ago. This happened like a couple of months ago. So you fast forward to a couple of weeks ago. I go inside of the Burger King. And for some strange reason, the guy just asks me about the damn gay dude. And then the guy says about the situation that happened. He brings the shit back up. I don't even know why. And then the dude asks me, and like start asking me a whole bunch of other random bullshit ass questions that ain't none of his business. Right? This is going somewhere. Right? So I start arguing at the dude. Like, what the hell is you asking me questions like that for? And I turn around and there's a dude filming it. It's the dude I was arguing with last night. It was him. So apparently, my name must be in some kind of rooms that I don't know nothing about. People are talking about me somewhere, and apparently they're politicians. Now I'm even more happy that I'm the way that I am, and I stay to myself. Because now I'm like, there are a lot of reasons. There's even more reasons for me to be suspicious of rat bastards. Morning, gentlemen. All right. I'm like, this is even more reason. So for some strange reason, this fucking politician is now on my Johnson. What in the hell, fam? I thought we had a good rapport. I keep trying to tell y'all, I'm not just beefing with regular niggas, fam. Like, I got a lot of people beef. Like, you understand? I keep trying to tell y'all. I got beef with these other dudes too, and they millionaires. Like, niggas is just mad at me. And I don't even know why the fucking politician is pissed off at me. I didn't do nothing to that guy. I didn't even say nothing negative about him. I don't know what the fucking Brennan guy's problem is. Do I got my wallet? Yeah. Sheesh, I don't know what that guy's problem is anyway. Yeah, it is. Here's what it is. I don't know what that Brennan guy's problem is. Hope he ain't win. I really hope he ain't win. Now that I know these guys is mad at me like this, I hope he ain't win. Fuck. I wonder why they mad though. That's why they trying to get everybody to tell me to quit. That's why they constantly trying to get everybody. They really don't know me. They really think I'm one of them niggas that just give up. I don't give up on nothing. That's why. I don't. What's up, man? I don't give up on nothing. I don't give up on nothing. They just didn't know that, because like I told you, they didn't know who I was. I don't give up on nothing, fam. I'm either going all the way or I got a contingency plan and we coming back. I don't give up on nothing. Now I see why people is walking around thinking weirdo shit about me. I got a whole politician out here. Why is he mad? Because he think I'm with Eric Kagan? So he mad? Why does he care? I keep trying to tell you I got friends downtown, fam. I keep trying to tell y'all I got friends downtown. I keep trying to tell y'all there's politicians that F with me, fam. That's the only reason for him to have a beef with me, you feel me? It's a fucking politician. What the hell does he care whether I do YouTube or not? I don't even talk about the guy. Keep trying to tell y'all. Keep hating on Jack, man. I got a whole politician out here beefing with me, and I don't even know why he mad. I don't know. I'm feeling good and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I had them fucking cornball ass niggas trying to beef with me. I don't want them niggas is cornballs. I got a whole politician out here trying to beef with me. That's, that gets my dander up. Okay. Oh man, and I was talking to my computer guy last night. Airline, this is something. Them weirdo ass guys, I don't want to beef with them. They weirdos. Good morning. They weirdos. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, they weirdos. I don't want to beef with them. The politician guy, he want to beef. Fuck it. I don't care if you won. Fuck it. We can beef. Them weirdo ass guys, I'm not beefing with them niggas. They want clout. Don't worry, my computer's gonna be back up and running. I'm gonna love going by Bay Ridge and asking people about you. You see, you can spread rumors, but I'm the news, fam. I can't wait. Yeah, so I go around, find out what political stuff is happening on over there in Bay Ridge, go over there, ask questions about you, get the shit on tape, post it. If I was really against you, I would have did that off the rip. Just so you know. Just so we could be clear. Against you, fam, I don't even know you. Meaning I know who you are, but I don't got no reason to have a fucking problem with you. Why I got a problem to have a reason? All right? Why do I got a reason to have a problem with you, fam? I don't got no reason to have a problem with you. Definitely improves my status. I'm out here beefing with a fucking politician. If I would have knew that, I wouldn't have got upset last night. I wouldn't even have got upset at last night if I knew I was beefing with a fucking politician. What y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Yeah, I wouldn't even have got upset. Is he scared I'm trying to be Ah! Huh. There's big things in my future. Sheesh. I'm just realizing what the problem is. I'm not gonna say it. I don't know. Should I? But I'm just realizing what the problem is. I like media. I like doing this. I don't have any aspirations currently to go outside of what I'm doing. I might be forced to protect myself and my image at some point or another. But I am perfectly fine being media. I want to do more of this. I want to extrapolate out from this and do other things in this field. I'm happy with that. I'm not trying to do other things. Just so we could be clear. I just want to be clear on that. Just realize what the issue may be. Sheesh. Anyway, what y'all want to talk about, put it in the chat. And just so we was clear, I was arguing at the dude, not the lady. I wasn't arguing at the lady. Later on, me and another lady had a misunderstanding that I apologized about. But I wasn't arguing at the lady. I was arguing at the dude. And yes, my voice was 100% elevated. I ain't even gonna act like it wasn't. Yours would be too in that situation and circumstance. So don't pretend like it wouldn't. What y'all want to talk about, put it in the chat. I'm gonna have to buy gloves. What y'all want to talk about, put it in the chat. It's a football practice today. Football practice. That's crazy. So this dude, Justin Brennan's people have been coming after me. I'm not 100% sure why. Is it personal or is it because of him? That's the only question. Like, do they have a personal issue with me and they just happen to work for him? Or is it directly dealing with him? I'm curious. Motherfucker said they put my name through every single database they could find. I didn't come up nowhere. I'm like, I told you. It's like, we got the paperwork if you want to show people. Like, give me the fucking paperwork, man. So I don't know if it's a website or if it's actually a physical paper. If it's a physical paper, I'm gonna show y'all on here. People are just evil, man. What y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Let me make sure I got it. God plans things for us that's bigger than what we could even imagine. So you should always make your dreams as big as possible. Because the thing that God has planned for you is even bigger than your dreams could ever be. So don't limit yourself and don't allow other people to limit you. I got people tell me every day I don't have no job. I have people tell me every day, speak negatively, talk shit about me every day about what I do. I'm not going to stop doing what I do because I don't do what I do. I am what I do. You understand? There's a difference. Good morning. You know, there's a difference. I don't do what I do. I am what I do. These same conversations, these same everything that y'all see me do when I'm on camera, I've been doing these same things before YouTube existed, you know? Yesterday, I'm talking to somebody, I'm debating him about a thing. He asked me, why don't I be a politician? So I had a good laugh off. Let him know that that wasn't something I was interested in doing, because it isn't. And that was just from him hearing my ideas. You know? I don't know how that would work. I'm not the most agreeable person because I don't agree with shit that I don't believe in. I'm not a go along and get along guy, so I might not work in politics. You know? In politics, a lot of times you got to be a go along and get along guy. It's not me. See what happened to Eric Adams? They raided his crib, talking about corruption. The guy that controlled, the person that controls Eric Adams' money and everything, they're like 25 years old, some chick. So that nigga might really be, he might be the end of Eric Adams. Pardon me, I'm sorry about that. That might be the end of Eric Adams. Might be. That's why they don't want me in that parking lot. That's the people that's trying to mess me up in the parking lot. Ah, good day. That's the people that's trying to mess me up in the parking lot. Did it have something to do with this though? That's what I'm curious about. Did it have something to do with this? But that's stupid. They could have just had Justin Brennan walk up to me and talk to me about his fucking politics. You know where I'm at? Why are you trying to stop me from being there? If you think I have any kind of influence, why don't you walk up and try to productively use the platform instead of attack me? Like I said before, Satan can only work one way. Satan can only destroy. Satan don't even think about creating. That's not even a thought. That's not even part of the thought process. All Satan is thinking about doing is destroying. Satan could deform. Satan can never create. He can only deform what God has created. Satan can't create anything himself. So instead of them thinking, this guy stands over there every day, and however they think I'm affecting them, however, so they decide they want to come after me. Instead of them just having their guy come talk to me and display his politics to me on live, they decided to attack me instead and try to hurt my life. Fam, Democrats, fam. I don't know what to tell you. Democrats. They just slander. They don't do any actual politics, it seems. They just slander. I want to say something real quick. Y'all know Candace, what's her name? Candace Owens? Remember how everybody hated Candace Owens? Now, you notice how you go on social media right now and everybody loves Candace Owens? You know she's saying the same shit she was saying before, right? She hasn't changed anything up. She's saying, Candace Owens is currently saying the same exact thing that she said before when everybody was hating her. saying the same damn shit. Part of my language. She's saying the same thing as she previously said. Same thing. She's not saying anything different. Just something to know. Just something to know. Everybody hated Candace Owens, remember? Y'all said this bad about Candace Owens. Y'all said that bad about Candace Owens. Everybody hated Candace Owens. Remember? Now everybody loves Candace Owens, and she's saying the same thing she said before. She hasn't switched up on anything. Oh, so you mean she was right? So you mean she was right the whole time? It's just that there was a smear campaign done against her? So this whole entire time, Candace Owens had been putting us on the game. She's been telling us good shit this whole time. But since there was a smear campaign, nobody paid her, nobody really listened to what she had to say. Interesting. Interesting. I'm just saying. Morning. Interesting. So what I think they're trying to do is have bullshit happen around me so they can record it. So if I ever try to run for office, they could try to blackmail me or some shit. I have no plans on running for office. Zero plans. Somebody else has plans for me running for office. That are those plans. That are their plans. Those aren't mine. Those are not my plans currently. And yes, I've been asked about this multiple times. Oh shit, thank you. Thank you. And yes, I've been asked multiple times about it from different people. It's not something I'm interested in. And yes, I do think I'd be good at it, just so we can be clear. I think I'd be great at it. Also, you have to remember, people that want to create policy for the people, how long do they usually last? You know? Eric Adams had good intentions. He just didn't understand how politics worked, and he was happy to be popular. Stop electing people who want to be popular. You know? That's all. That's where Eric Adams lost out, in my opinion. He wanted to be popular. They tricked him. They said this to him. They said that to him. They tricked him. I'm telling you they did it, because I know they did. I told you they tricked him before the trick was already done. I told you they tricked that guy. They tricked him, man. The Biden administration. Remember, people are under the belief that you can't get elected in New York unless you're a Democrat. Don't forget that part. People are under the belief that you cannot get elected in New York unless you're a Democrat for the most part. You know? So that means that you got to be in good with the Democrats. You know, they got to be invited to all of their parties. Cuomo tried doing his own thing. You see what happened to Cuomo? Remember? Cuomo was trying to do his own thing. You see what happened to Cuomo, right? Cuomo's dust. They snapped that dude in the dust. right? If anybody that's possibly trying to say I don't know what I'm talking about. Cuomo was going against the Democrats, right? And then what happened? All of a sudden, he's not the governor no more. Tell me where the lies at. I actually pay attention to politics, fam. I ain't capping. When the Democrats focus on you, they try to tarnish your name. They try to disrupt your character because the shit that you saying makes sense. All a person got to do is listen to you. If a person listens to you, they gonna agree with you. That's it. They cannibalize themselves. That's why we don't have any young Democrats to vote for presidency. How are we going to get any of young Democrats to vote for the presidency? They all cannibalize themselves. Good morning. Have a blessed day. They cannibalize themselves. Tell me where I'm wrong. I mean, if I'm saying anything wrong, put it in the chat, man. That's the issue with them dudes. So that's why we're not going to get any young, especially Democratic politicians that we're going to be able to vote for the presidency anytime soon. That's why earlier in the conversation we was having, what I said is that it's probably going to be at least 2 to 3 more elections because we got to build the person up to be that person. Told y'all. And that's the reason why Democrats cannibalize themselves. They just destroy Eric Adams' chance of any kind of re-election. Eric Adams is 100% not going to get re-elected. Like, he needs a miracle at this point. Because what they're trying to do is, they're trying to bring in as many illegals and migrants as possible so that those people can supplant the votes that they lost because they're not good at doing politics. So that's what they're trying to do. That's why they're kicking the homeless people out of New York. That's why they're kicking the homeless people out of New York. So they can have room for more migrants. Instead of not bringing in any more migrants. Which would at least put a stem in that problem until there could be a better solution. So instead of the Democrats saying, because just so we could be clear, like I told y'all, Adams has no choice. He agreed to a thing and signed a paper. It's above his head. The migrants and the immigrants are coming. There's nothing that Adams could do. I told y'all. It's done. He fucked up. Now, with that being said, in my opinion, that's why they hold to him the way that they hold to him. He fucked up. But I don't think he knew any better. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But I don't think he knew any better. He's a cop. He's not a politician. The only reason why he won is because there were no viable candidates. And New York had to choose from somebody. Anything other than that, he wouldn't even be in office. I'm just saying what it is, man. We all said and thought the same thing when he got elected. I'm not capping in no way, shape, or form. Anyway. So yeah, so they tricked Adams. So now Adams want to go down to Washington, D.C., ask for more money for the migrants. So right when he's about to go down to Washington, D.C., the FBI raids his crib. Come on, fam. You can't tell me this ain't all planned. Like, come on, fam. Y'all voted Biden and them into office. I don't know what. Tell me one thing Biden did before, without being the vice president for Obama. Tell me one thing that Biden did as a politician that we can stand apart and say that this man has incredible leadership skills and he's a person that we want to have as our president because this is just an incredible guy. Tell me one thing outside of being Obama's vice president. Just one thing. I think that that's fair. I'm not asking for you to jump through hoops. If you can give me one good example, I'll even just accept it. I want to get a coffee, right? No, I want to walk with the coffee. I don't like breaking routine.
It could be, I don't know. Just good to be prepared.
So Adams is screwed. He screwed his own self over. He should have and could have did better, but he didn't. He didn't know any better. So that's why whenever anybody gets mad at Adams, I'm not really mad at him. He's not a politician. He's doing the best that he can. You know, half of the time he's smiling. I'm pretty sure he's hurting on the inside. It's just that that's his defense mechanism, not to emote. Pretty sure that dude is pissed off, man. They played him dirty, man. You gotta think about it like this. They told him to accept the migrants, and then upon accepting the migrants, what they were gonna do was they was gonna give a certain amount of money for each migrant. Then what did the federal government do? The federal government sent the migrants, got him on board with the migrants. There's nothing he could do about it. We have to accept the migrants now. So even if he came out and he was like, we don't want no more migrants, there's nothing he could do. They already getting sent. It's above his head. How you doing, my brother? Could I get a beef, bacon, egg and cheese on a roll with ketchup, a lot of ketchup, and crispy bacon, please?
I want to skip you because you look like you're knocking me out.
Thank you, appreciate it. Oh shit, I missed the joke.
That's right. Don't mention ladies.
Shit, I missed the joke. Anyway, so
two raisin bagels.
as far as that is concerned, so yeah, so they did him dirty. There's nothing he could do about it. They sending the migrants. There's nothing he could do. But the problem is they're not sending the money. That's the actual issue that New York City have right now. Like, we're pissed off about, whatever's going on. But the actual problem is that they're not sending the money. If the federal government sent the money, then we'd be able to do whatever we needed to do to be able to house the migrants. So that's the actual issue. They're not sending the money. Yes. Go talk to Biden. Be like, yo, Biden, when you gonna send those monies for those migrants? Because if they sent the money, it would have been more than enough money for New York City to quite possibly, yes, ma'am, for New York City to quite possibly, handle the migrant situation. And then on top of being able to handle the migrant situation, you never know what extra funds would have been left over. But they're not giving any funds. You understand? So, shout out to Biden. Remember, y'all black. Y'all got to vote Democrat. You ain't got no choice. At least that's what they tell us. Start voting for people and stop voting for parties. I don't care if somebody's a Democrat. I don't care if somebody's a Republican. I don't care what they are. If their policies help my household, then it's up to me to recognize that and then act on it. You understand? I don't care what they do. I don't care how they look. I don't care what's going on. All I care about is what they're trying to do with the government. That's it. Start with that. Get away from this agendas. Get away from favoritism. Get away from all that other crap. Just how are we going to fix the problems that we have if we keep electing people that don't have solutions? Like, we got to elect people that have solutions, man. Y'all electing people for all the wrong reasons. Y'all electing people because you don't like the other guy. Well, I'm going to tell you something. Every time somebody talk about how Trump used to get up and have all those nasty tweets, also talk about how we had all of this money in the community when Trump was president. Also talk about how gas was like $2 when Trump was president. Also talk about how people 401ks was going through the roof when Trump was president. That's all I'm saying. Just don't forget those things also. Give me 1 second. We'll be right back. My apologies. Sorry about that. We're back. Boom. Yes, sir. How you doing today? Good? Excellent. Every day is a good day, even the bad ones. Yes, sir. Thank you. You also. Pardon me. I'm gonna get coffee from here. Here. I'm gonna get a hot chocolate. Hey, what's up? Who we got back here? How you doing? Anybody back here?
What happened?
I get a hot chocolate?
Yeah, you mean now.
Not. How you doing today, my brother?
Good, my friend.
Excellent.
Okay, bye.
Thank you. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. And one bottle, quick, with a receipt.
Give me 1 second. I'm sorry about that, y'all. I'm making a coffee / hot chocolate / coffee. Sorry about that. Give me 1 second. I want to apologize to y'all. I know I got y'all on hold. There we go. I'm sorry about that, y'all. I know I had y'all on hold for a minute. All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna pay my jump off and then we back. What time y'all pastries? What time your pastries you get? I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. Say that to somebody else. Because I got the ones with like the. Sorry, I was gonna get that out too. I got the ones with like the cherry inside thing. This is like my favorite. Have a blessed day. Yes, sir. Okay. Hold on 1 second. I gotta actually open the coffee. I opened my coffee too big yesterday and spilled it all over. You know what? Sorry about that, y'all. I'm over here doing things. All right, we're gonna go walk back the street we came down. I usually just choose peace, man. Like I choose peace. Like that's what I just generally choose. All right, good morning. Let's get back to what we're talking about. All right, so we're talking politics this morning, right? Got a question for you. I think this is a good and fair question. Just so we, I just thought of something. This is a good and fair question, just so we can be clear. Why would you allow for the Democrats to change the laws so that illegal immigrants could vote? So what is it going to turn into? Whoever is in charge is going to open up the borders so whenever election season comes, to bring more people to America that's going to vote on their side. Now that's first thing. Second thing is this. Good morning. How did I say yesterday we could solve a problem? I said, why are they sending the migrants and the immigrants to New York City, a major metropolis? Why wouldn't they send them to like the outskirts somewhere where it's like smaller towns, less people? There's more room. You know, you got land out there, build buildings and whatnot. Why is it that that's what they want to basically do with the homeless people instead of the migrants? So instead of just shipping the fucking migrants to these places, so instead of sorry, somebody sent me a message in front of me. Copy. Yes, the Dunkin' Donut hot chocolate mix is lit. That's a fact, fam. That's what I F with. Hold on. Hold on. Got a napkin somewhere. Ah, good thing I didn't call that drop. So, yeah, I fuck with the coffee. Hot chocolate. This is actually how I started drinking coffee, because when I first started drinking coffee, I didn't like coffee. So I actually started drinking and mixing it with hot chocolate. Made it palatable. Okay, we still here? We still here.
Till 9:30, yes.
Okay, this is my friend, y'all. Wave, say hi. Wave, say hi. We on live. That's my friend.
Hi.
Got a lot of friends, man. That's what it is. Appreciate you, fam. Shout out to the $5 Cash App. Yes, I got a lot of friends, fam. I keep trying to tell you, people have to be told to not like me, fam. I'm more likable than I want to be. That's the best way I could put it. I think that's the best explanation I could give. How y'all doing? I'm more likable than I want to be. That's the best way I could put it. I can't put it no way than that. Really likable, fam. That look like the homie. That looks like his wolf. Ah, that isn't. Yeah, I'm way more likable than I want to be. Way more.
It was good.
I got different problems. Shout out to the Most High, okay? Shout out to the Most High. I have to be able to handle the blessings that He gives me better, basically. All right? I have to handle the blessings that I get better. I don't handle my blessings well all the time, like many of us. Anyway, let's get back to what we're talking about. So why the Democrats, why does the Democrats want to ship the people who already are indigenous to New York City out there in the wilderness where they don't know nothing, instead of just send the people that's never been to New York City out there to the wilderness where they don't know nothing, but they wouldn't have really knew nothing in New York City either? Why not? Who you thinking? They sending the homeless now. Now they're sending the homeless. You really think that that's where they're going to stop? I don't don't believe that that's where they're going to stop. Right now they're sending the homeless. I don't believe that that's where they're going to stop. I believe that they're going to go further than that. I believe that a lot of people that don't agree with certain policies or positions, that's how the Democrats react and respond, man. Pardon me. Especially in this Biden administration. Tell me where I'm wrong. All right? Jack, man. Jack, man. Now I'm gonna go stop over here. Get some cream. Of course. It's still a little bit too dark for me. Thank you. Sorry. Give me 1 second. I just want to stir some cream into this coffee. And we're gonna get up out of here. Let's stir some cream into this coffee, then we're gonna get up out of here.
Generally, the Bears sleep for most of the flight, so that was what we are anticipating. But it was out paid for 16 hours a day.
Their return, part of an agreement signed back in 2000, though it does come amid heightened tension between the U.S. and China. But for the zoo staff, which just held an emotional 9-day farewell celebration dubbed Pandapalooza, this is the morning they've long dreaded.
You know, I'm going to be a mess. I will be full of tears on that day because I know these animals. I know them as individuals. They mean so much to me.
Laurie Thompson is the assistant curator.
We spent so much time with those holidays, and you know, every day we're here, and so it's a little bit heartbreaking to not have them here.
As one native Washingtonian said, it feels like a family member.
I didn't put any. I forgot to put milk in the dang coffee, is what happened. So I put milk and I thought I put enough. But since I had the hot chocolate, I didn't put nowhere near enough. That's it better. Alright, let's get back across the street. So I already told y'all. So they're basically doing the thing that I told y'all was a good idea that they should have did for the migrants. And instead of doing it for the migrants, they doing it to the freaking homeless in New York City. I don't understand what y'all guys vote for. I was talking to people yesterday about, you know, how they vote, why they vote. And there's just a lot of different reasons. Some I agree with, some I don't. I'm not here to criticize any. But I think I just don't understand why people vote. I didn't really hear, like, there was a couple of people that had strong stances, right? I respect the strong stances. I respect the weak stances too. Don't get it. Whatever stance you have, I respect. But there was people that had strong stances, right? But they had strong stances for shit that didn't make any sense to me. Like, I don't understand. I'm just gonna vote Democrat because I'm black. That don't make sense to me. That sounds like you was brainwashed. So that means that even if it's the bad choice, you're gonna do it anyway? Good morning. Even if it goes against your best interests, you're gonna do, even if it goes against your best judgment, even if, so I didn't understand that. And then, one particular guy who I loved the debate me and him had. We was on 100% opposite points of view on this, just so we had opposite positions. I really enjoyed the conversation I had. I like when I'm having a conversation with somebody and they have a different position than me, but their position makes sense. Like they not just, so I didn't have a feeling like he was just saying the opposite of what I was saying, as much as I had the feeling that he had a lot of opposing positions and he was just like cycling through them, you know, periodically. Like that was the energy that I received, and I can appreciate that. Because I can't sharpen my sword if I'm just having a conversation with somebody that's just saying the opposite of whatever I say. You understand what I'm saying? I can't sharpen my sword that way. That means that me having a conversation with you, it's no real reason for me to be talking to you. All I can do is add value to you. You cannot add value to me. And you're not going to accept the value that I'm trying to add, is my point. Is my point. Anyways, a really good debate. And then I had another pretty decent debate with somebody that was out there that was pro Justin Brennan. So I'm going to tell y'all about this conversation. So we're talking, and what happened is I had a space I was standing at or whatever the case. I'm telling y'all what the fuck I was doing. I don't care. So I had a place I was standing at or whatever the case is. And I'm not out there to tell you to vote for one person or don't vote for nobody. I'm not doing that. Morning.
Sure.
What I am doing is I'm literally out there just talking to people about their positions. I'm not trying to tell you like who to vote for as much as I'm saying this is the position that I heard on this side or whatever the case is. So I'm talking to somebody, and the guy stops somebody. He's talking to me, handing him a flyer. But he says something that's kind of inaccurate, that kind of hurts him, doesn't help him any. It actually hurts him. It's inaccurate. So I correct him, right? Being helpful. I didn't even do it on purpose. It was by accident. So I correct him. And then after I correct him, I interject myself into the conversation. So I go over there, I'm talking, I tell him, I said, I'm talking to the, he's talking to the person. I'm not bad mouthing the Brennan guy. I say, yo, look, I've spoke to the guy numerous times before. Personally, I always thought he was a nice guy. I always thought he was a cool guy. I didn't have no beef with him at all. He was always, good, civil. I said, the only thing I can't F with is the casino. Like, that's where I draw my line. Like, I don't really have a problem. I don't really have any particular love or particular disdain for either candidate. I'm just looking at it like, I'm against the casino because of, reasons. That's my position. And I literally stood there with the dude and we debated for a minute. Me and that person in front of the person that was supposed to vote or whatever the case is. And after the conversation, the motherfucker was just like, yo, like it was really a dope moment. Like, it was just like, you just had to be, it was really a dope moment. It was just a dope moment. It was just a dope moment. You know what I'm saying? Just a dope moment. I had a couple of dope moments yesterday. Actually, it gave me a really good idea also. So I just recently got a really good idea for a thing that I would love to be able to do. But once again, like I said, I got to get other things off the ground, and I got to get in a better position than I currently am, or I'm not going to be able to do the things. If I can't take care of what I need to take care of involving me, how am I going to take care of other things, I had an absolutely fucking fantastic idea for a comedy or a dramedy, however you want to put it. Absolutely incredible idea. So, ever since I moved to Coney Island, I've been thinking about different type of shows and programs that could be produced over here, and that we could just shoot inside of Coney Island with the people who are already here, So I've come up with about 6 or 7 different ideas. I say about 3 of them is absolutely incredible. I say 2 of them is okay. And, you know, all of them I'm still work in progress, you know. 3 of them is incredible. I came up with an idea for a TV show for the Jewish people. I came up with an idea for the TV show just for like the black people out here. And I came up for an idea about a different TV show that I don't want to say. It's Coney Island centric. I don't understand why we can't turn Coney Island into our own little Hollywood. I know that's how I think. Like I said before though, I dream big. If you don't dream big, don't fuck with me. I dream big, man. I just assume the resources are gonna be there when they're needed. I dream big. Oh shit! That's a reason for Brendan to be mad at me. And that's also a reason for Kagan to be mad at me. I'm really out here doing shit that politicians do, but I'm not doing it on purpose. It's just who I am. Now I see why they don't want me to come outside. Huh? I won't be no fucking politician. I really want to have a freaking I want to have a league on our channel for this shit. I want to have a league on our channel for that shit. Not tennis, but I forgot what they call it. I want to have a league on our channel for that so bad. You don't know. You don't know. If I had the resources, fam. If I had the fucking resources. That's enough of that. Ah, fuck, I missed. Threw with my left hand. I mean, I throw everything with my left hand. I should have seen it. Anyway, let's walk. Welcome back to the crib. I don't know how I feel about being outside yesterday after all that arguing. I like arguing, man. I really don't like arguing. Really upsets me. But now that I know some of the people that's doing all of this weirdo shit is actually the Justin Brennan guy, I don't even know why they after me though. I didn't do nothing with them guys. I don't know why Justin Brennan and them got a problem with me. I don't know what the fuck they after me for. I don't have the slightest idea why they after me. Not at all. It's illegal, by the way. I'm just gonna be quiet. I don't care about that. I was gonna show y'all something that somebody did that was illegal, but I don't really care about that. So I'm not gonna show you. Alright, we walking back to the crib. It's early. I'm gonna eat this sandwich. I don't trust that guy now. I don't know the dude. Man. He's done some stuff in Seagate with us. He's been around. I don't know the guy's politics at all. But I know Ari Kagan. I know his politics to a degree. Because I've seen a couple of things that he's been a part of. So I don't know that other guy. But if your people is out here doing the stuff that I saw their people doing, those guys obviously are not the good guys. That's all. Like, those are not the good guys. Your people was out here trying to tarnish my name. Fuck them up. Y'all peoples is out here. I'm going to the fucking Burger King. Y'all filming me. Having people come up behind me in the Burger King trying to create situations with me and all that other type of weirdo stuff. I'm arguing with niggas online that might murder me. And you niggas is trying to get into arguments with me out here in the street and making it look like the people that's online. Like, even when it's not them, because sometimes it is them. But even when it's not them, so y'all just trying to get me killed, fam. Or y'all trying to create violence in the black community. Like, why y'all trying to create violence in the black community, fam? But you're supposed to be a politician. You want to be our councilman. But you out here trying to slander one of your constituents, and your people are also out here trying to create violence in the black community, fam. This is a white man, might I add. I'm just gonna throw that out there. So what kind of time is this? That's what I'm saying, all due respect. I'm not arguing, I'm not trying to go crazy, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just saying, what kind of time is that, fam? Like, there's real shit going out here in the hood. Niggas see me arguing with that dude. They probably thought I was arguing with that woman. Now I might have people that might want to come see me because they think I'm arguing over that woman. Now what happened if somebody come take my life, Mr. Justin Brennan? What happens then, Mr. Justin Brennan? Huh? It don't matter as long as you get elected, right? Don't matter as long as you get to the spot you need to get to, right? It don't matter how unscrupulous. Yeah, you people that work for you are, right? No, I get it. It is what it is. Morning.
Good morning, brother.
All right, have a blessed day. It don't matter, right? Just something to say. Like, if you don't know a person's politics and you vote due to their character, I can't knock that. You understand what I'm saying? Because even when a good person is doing something wrong, when they find out it's something wrong, they go do good by it. You understand? So I can't knock a person for that. But this Justin Brennan guy, your people are just despicable. They work for you. It's hard for me to see a poisoned hand or limb and not think that the body isn't also infected, you know? Morning. You know? Just something to think about while you out here deciding who y'all gonna. Morning. All right. Just something out here to think about. Where y'all guys is out here deciding whatever you deciding in life, you know? Had that lady out there telling people that I touch children, man. You work for Justin Brennan. You told somebody outside, and I'm guessing you tried to tell people that you don't think and talk to the police. But I got literal paperwork proving that that's not something that I'm about. So y'all niggas is just out here just lying on me. Why are y'all trying to destroy my name? That's the question. Like, why do y'all see me as such a threat? Why am I such a threat that y'all gotta try to destroy my name? I don't know you guys. I haven't done anything to you guys. I don't know you guys. I'm not even running for fucking a seat. Are you scared I'm gonna eventually try to run for some seat? Is that what the problem is? I'm not even running for nothing. It's not even on my mind. It's not even something I discuss. But you scared of my politics? You scared of the solutions that I've been discussing? That's what it sounds like. It sounds like you're scared of my politics. It sounds like you're scared of this. Morning, my brother. It sounds like you're scared of the solutions I've been discussing. It sounds like you don't want the people to know what's right for them, so you need to destroy me, so I'm not saying the things that they should be wanting, because those aren't the things that you plan on giving them. That's what it sounds like to me. Sounds like you're scared of my politics, fam. Morning. I'm not even a political I do political commentary. Why wouldn't you try to pull up to me and talk politics with me then? That's my point. Are you scared that you can't talk politics with me because you've heard the shit I had to say? And there's nothing that you can say to combat it? Don't worry, you ain't the first politician that doesn't like talking politics with me in public. I promise you, you're not the first, man. It's just the other ones are my friends. Or at least, we on good times. So Justin Brennan's people is the ones that is also, I told y'all, how many times have I told y'all? I'm not just beefing with one set of people. Like, there are a ton of people. I keep telling y'all that. While people is busy thinking it's a ton of them. And I'm literally just over here minding my business. It's like they all scared of my potential. What the fuck is my potential? Now I'm a little concerned. I'm gonna get out of here. Yeah, now I'm concerned, fam. There you go, man. Have a blessed day. Yeah, so my potential is making people act crazy? Like, what in the hell, fam? So, shout out to that dude, whatever the hell he's doing. I don't know what to tell you. I don't even know who won last night, fam. I'm over here like, sheesh, I hope that guy didn't win. I'm screwed. They was coming at me before, and he didn't even have any position over here. I'd imagine what happened if they win now. They gonna really make my life hell. Also, they was out there telling people that I touch kids, and we got proof that I don't. So maybe, the people on the other side want to take those guys to court. I'm down for that shit. Let's take them niggas to court. I'm down for that. They're going to say, but who? You told them. You literally told them. And you don't think we're going to be able to get one or two people that you told that to step forward and be like, yeah, he told us this? You don't think we're going to be able to do that? So no, I'm 100% on board with that. Sue them niggas, prosecute them up to the white meat. I had an uncle, he passed away. He used to always say that you gonna cut some food to the white meat. What up, homie? Oh, what up, homie? I saw you drive past, but I was so busy into what I was doing, I wasn't paying that much of attention. What up? How y'all doing today? Good? Yeah. You gotta get over more than that, fam. You gotta get over more than that, fam. These my peoples. They ain't gonna mind. What's good? What's going on with you?
Hey, shit, just finished our round.
All right. You want to say what's up to the people? Nah? Yeah.
Not right now.
All right, got it. All right. So, yeah. No. Everything's smoking. All right.
I was just thinking about you as I was rolling up, and I was like, all right, I said, yo,
Yeah.
I've been on all these blocks. Then, as I'm driving up, I see you walking.
Yes, man. That's what it is. What y'all getting into today?
I'm about to head back to the Bronx. I just called Dawn. He's still asleep, so I gotta running around.
Boom. Yo, if y'all getting into anything this weekend, hit me up. I want to step out. All right. Yo, drive safe. Godspeed. All right. Really likable fan. Like, really likable. Like, really. Anyway, so these guys, fucking, what's these dudes' name? Fucking, the Brennan guy. So, yeah. So if somebody step up and help me, hell yeah, prosecute them guys. There's a lot of people that have been throwing that around. I'm ready to prosecute every single last one of them. Spoke to the dude yesterday. They was like, we looked at your name, because they already believed me. Like, he believed me off the rip when I told them. They was like, yeah, we know. Like, we've been around you, we see you, we know that ain't an issue. I begged them. I said, please, can you just go check? Just check, so I could have other people that could just literally say they know it for a fact. So they went and checked. And came back to me, spoke to me. Yeah, all right. Came back to me and spoke to me yesterday and was like, yeah, there's nothing. Your name's nowhere on anything. I said, see, told you. Nothing on anything. Your name's nowhere on anything. Pardon me, I'm so sorry about that. So it's like, yep, told ya. The fuck, I ain't capping. Some people are just really evil. They just do Satan's work. You understand? That's it. That's all you gotta know. Some people just do Satan's work, man. I think we should all pray that Justin Brennan ain't win. That's all I have to say about that. After seeing the way that his people conduct themselves, I think we should all pray that Justin Brennan don't win. But I mean, we could always dedicate some time to discussing his political career. So I was talking to the computer guy yesterday, figuring out different ways to make, we're gonna get that shit sorted out. So just so we can be clear, give me 1 second. Yeah, so that's not a thing, man. That's just a... Also, if they really thought that was true about me, they didn't protect the community. How are you going to be a politician and you think that there's a person in your community that has some kind of violator of people that rape people, and you not even protecting the community by making sure that they locked up in jail? That nigga a terrible politician. Him and his people. Terrible politician. Not even looking out for the community. Tell me where the lie at. Him and his people believed or thought that I was a certain thing that was despicable and disgusting. And they did not help the community. They didn't try to remove me from the community. They didn't try to remove me. They didn't call the police. They didn't have me addressed. Nobody came up to me and spoke to me. Also, these are political figures. You trying to tell me that I know one person that took damn near 5 minutes out of his life to go search the internet real quick and come back knowing that I wasn't doing anything wrong? And these actual politicians, these people that work for the government, they couldn't find out? They're not going to be able to feign ignorance in the court of law is the point that I'm making. And they're not going to be able to say that they didn't know and that somebody had just told them, because that's still, they're not going to be able to say that neither, because they know better. Or they should know better because they work for a politician. You can't feign ignorance about certain things. That damn light. That strip of light right there that y'all just keep seeing every time I pass back and forth like that, the shit just like zaps my eye. Is the screen jumping? Is the screen jumping? Is we got a good, nice... Nobody's commenting at all. Could anybody even comment? I'm curious. Can anybody comment? I know nobody's commenting because they told you that you can't comment on the page. Because the only people that generally comment is people that want to insult me, generally speaking. But it's only 9:30. Shout out to the people who hit me on the on IG because they just don't want to, get stalked. Beef, bacon, egg, and cheese on the roll. Crispy bacon. They might be scared of my politics. Because there's no reason in the world, at least that I could think of, for Justin Brennan people to be coming after me. Those might be the people. Might be them. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. They're going to go. Right? Listen. They're going to say, we didn't know it wasn't the truth. Our lawyer is going to reaffirm my client works on the internet. If he actually was an offender, he would not be able to be on the internet. And yeah, they're not going to be able to make that claim that they didn't know. And since I'm pretty sure they at least lied to at least one person with a conscience, all they have to do is lie to at least one person with a conscience. That's it. If they lied to at least one person with a conscience. What up? Anything y'all want to talk about, put it in the chat. Sports, anything. Anything y'all want to talk about, put in the chat. I don't know why I left my water all the way over there. That's why I made sure I got a photo of everybody's picture. I was out there last night. Oh, they put that shit in my Gmail. I mean, not Gmail. Google, what you call that shit? When you save everything, Google Drive. You take photos and videos like that, you Google Drive that bitch immediately. Anything y'all want to talk about, put it in the chat. It's only 9:30. There's no discussion. It's 9:30. We've already been live for almost 3 hours. Is there anything y'all want to discuss? Put it in the chat. I want more ketchup. I be wanting more ketchup. That's about it. I don't think they be putting enough ketchup sometimes. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I said that after I almost finished the sandwich. Yes, I know. Because the sandwich was so good, the fact that it didn't have as much ketchup as it needed was, no, I was just like, hey, you know what? It's not that big of a deal. Very good sandwich. Those guys make good sandwiches. I don't understand why the Justin Brennan niggas is mad at me, though. I don't understand what their problem is. One second, I'm gonna light it instant. Oh, also, oh man, I meant to tell everybody this. Stop buying petroleum-based candles. You know the scented candles? The petroleum-based candles? Stop buying the scented base petroleum scented candles. Because when it burns, the shit that it lets out is toxic. I used to buy them shits all the time. Stop buying the Senate-based petroleum. Stop buying the Senate petroleum-based candles. When it burns, it lets out toxins. I've been meaning to tell people about that. Stop buying them. Don't buy them. Something you could do instead is this. One thing that I used to do is I used to keep a pot specifically to like boil herbs or whatever, right? So I'll put like cinnamon or some shit in water and then I'll boil that. So that's what I used to do all the time. That also helps with insects, by the way. That's why, remember I used to always tell you I don't have insects. One of the reasons why I didn't have insects, I think, is because of that. I think it bothers them or some shit. I know that. I don't know if cinnamon does. That's what I assume was also doing it. But I know for a fact that peppermint does. I know for a fact because I got this. I know for a fact that peppermint does. So peppermint does. So you don't have to use those toxic chemicals in your house. You understand what I'm saying? Stuff like peppermint, stuff like cinnamon, that shit's basically like mace. You understand what I'm saying? So they're gonna stay away. Because when they come around, it's like mace. You understand what I'm saying? So they're gonna be like, not like money mace and shit. They're not like, where's Cam? Not that mace. Like bear mace. You understand what I'm saying? So just put everybody on. So peppermint, you get peppermint oil, you mix it with some water. You get like peppermint, you mix it with some water, you spray it around the house. That could help keep the insects away. And I think cinnamon does also. I think it does. Because I used to burn cinnamon all the time. And like a little bit now, I get insects. But they don't be like, they be like larvae. I don't know what the fuck them insects be. But they come from outside. But when I put the work in a safe capacity, make the house smell good and also keep the insects away. So just something if you want to know. Anything y'all want to talk about at all? Are they even giving me y'all? I don't even know if I see the chat. Yeah, nobody's just not commenting. Nobody commented since 8:05. It's 9:40. I don't know if I should end the show or keep the show going. I don't know if I'm doing a good job or a bad job. I'm just being honest. We got 80 people in here. I can't leave. I don't hate y'all. I'm pissed. I was just thinking about maybe the show's not doing well. Nobody's commenting or nothing. We got 80 people in here. I can't go nowhere. And we had somebody that was pulling up to the Cash App earlier. So, but it's 3 hours. All right, so we're gonna keep it going. What did y'all want to talk about? Give me a topic. Give me a topic. I'm here to stay, but give me a topic. When I start ranting about my regular life, niggas be like, oh, we don't want to hear about that. I agree. I'll give you a real quick topic. So I found my Zelda controller finally. So I have Zelda. When we get back up and running, we will be playing Zelda online. I have Zelda. That's like my main game that I play right now. And I found my Zelda controller. So other than that, I don't know what to tell you. Y'all got anything y'all want to talk about? Let's go. Come on, give me a topic. Y'all want to still talk? Y'all want to stay on politics? Y'all want to talk sports? I'm here for you guys. Give me a topic. Y'all want to stay on politics or y'all want to talk sports? I'll go back to politics. Let's talk about our mayor, Mr. Eric Adams. For everybody that don't know, Eric Adams was actually scheduled to go down to Washington, D.C. While he was going to Washington, D.C., might you ask? He wanted to go ask the president for more money for the migrants and the illegal immigrants, or whatever the case, that we currently have being shipped to New York City. Now, upon him, the very day that he was supposed to leave New York City to go to Washington, D.C., his home gets raided by the FBI. I'm going to say this again. I want to be clear about this. I don't want there to be no misunderstanding. I don't believe in coincidence. His home got raided by the FBI. Mr. Eric Adams, in my belief, was trying to do his democratic, because he's part of the Democratic Party. So I believe he was trying to do his democratic right or his democratic obligation by aligning himself and following through with some of the things that the Democratic Party was doing at that moment. Now I want to move away from Eric Adams for a second, and I want to talk about movies. We're talking about the same subject. We're just talking about it in a different package. So Marvel Phase 4, a lot of people hated it. I didn't hate Phase 4 that much. For everybody to know which movies was in Phase 4, Multiverse Madness was in Phase 4. Television was WandaVision. Another television show was Miss Marvel. Was Captain Marvel in Phase 4? No, Captain Marvel wasn't Phase 4, but Thor, Love and Thunder was Phase 4. Who else was Phase 4? Wakanda Forever, which I really want to talk about for real, because I'm really pissed off at what they did with Wakanda Forever. So anyway, a lot of people are pissed off at Phase 4. What is probably the best movie in Phase 4, Black Widow. A lot of people are pissed off. They're saying that Marvel, they're calling it the MCU. Now, why did I bring up Marvel while we're talking about this political situation that Eric Adams put themselves in? What Marvel did was something similar to what Eric Adams did. There was a movement going on in Hollywood, revolving around trying to push a certain agenda. This agenda that they was trying to push was female empowerment. So while they're trying to push this female empowerment agenda, what you have to understand is, and this is the problem with female empowerment, often women don't believe that they're being empowered unless they're supplanting a man. So I'm trying to give you the best example I can give you. Black Widow was the best movie of Phase 4. Maybe the Multiverse of Madness was better. Maybe. But thematically, it was better. It literally looked like they hit every single note emotionally. They hit every single note thematically. There's just no holes in that movie for me. The only issue I have is that Taskmaster is supposed to be a male, not a female. But that was more back to what they're trying to do. You can't empower a woman unless you take away, unless she's standing over a man. I think that is not right. I think that true female empowerment comes with being able to stand next to a man, while true male empowerment has to deal with being able to stand alone. Because once again, the head of Christ is God, the head of man is Christ, the head of woman is man. So in order for us, men, to be at our most powerful, we have to be standing with God in Christ. And in order for a woman to be at her most powerful, she has to be standing with a man who stands in Christ with God, who stands in God with Christ. You understand? I'm going to say that again. The head of Christ is God, right? The head of man is Christ. The head of woman is man. In order for a man to be standing in his empowerment, and I'll go see the Marvels, but are we getting together a fun? In order for a man to be able to be standing at his most powerful, he has to be standing with God in Christ. You getting to God through Christ. In order for a woman to be her most powerful, she has to also be making her connection with God. None of us could be at our most powerful unless we're making our connection with God. The Bible says that a man has to be connected with God through Christ. And the Bible also says that a woman has to be connected with God through man, who that man is connected to God through Christ. So, in my belief, when a woman is her most powerful, she's standing with a man who stands with Christ in God. But the way our current situation in the world is, or at least in America, this nation, in order for a woman to be empowered, she has to be standing over a man. I think that that's the issue that the MCU had in phase 4. Everybody got fired, by the way. Just recently, Kevin Feige went in there, and he ain't fired everybody, but Kevin Feige went in there and fired almost everybody. All of the plans that they currently had, they're switching and they're changing because they're moving away from what they were doing previously because they were supplanting all of the male leads with female leads. I want to explain something to y'all. You want to know why female-led movies don't generally work the same way a male-led movie works? Because us as men don't look at women and say we want to be like that. But women will definitely look at a man and say, I would like to be like that. So when a male-led movie is doing well, you have men and women going to that movie. When a female-led movie is doing well, there isn't the same acclaim because there aren't men going to see that movie saying, man, I want to be Miss Marvelous. And at the same capacity, there's not as many women going to see that movie saying, I want to be Miss Marvelous. But there's a ton of women going to the Thor movie and saying they want to bang Thor. There's a ton of women going to the Captain America movie saying they want to bang Captain America. There's a ton of women going to whatever male superstar movie that's saying that they want to bang them. And there's a ton of men going that's saying, you know what? I would love to be able to be doing what that guy is doing. That's the difference. So now let's get back to Eric Adams real quick. Wait, one more point that wrap everything together. So the MCU basically got screwed over in phase 4 because they was tending to an agenda that did not tend to that didn't cater to the individuals that watched the programming. I'm going to say that again. So the MCU basically screwed up in phase 4 because they was trying to cater to a demographic that wasn't even a demographic that generally. They was trying to cater to a subset of people who watch their programming. So I was looking for a pen and paper. I got to start keeping a pen and paper closer to me. Give me 1 second. Well, I'm not. So they, out of the 100% of the people who love the MCU, they was trying to cater to 3%, 4, and just saying the rest of the whole everything else just got to deal with it. So therefore, they didn't make movies as well as they could have. They didn't make television shows as well as they could have. Now let's go to Eric Adams. Eric Adams was trying to cater to a small percentage of people. His fellow Democratic politicians that all came to him and said, you do this thing and we're going to do that thing. And they shook hands on it. Then he did a thing and then they didn't do their thing. Now he's on the hook. Dude said, yo, I'm coming down there to come down to Washington to talk to y'all. And all of a sudden his home gets raided. I told y'all he was a victim in this. I told y'all previously. Give me 1 second. I told y'all he was a victim. I told y'all before the tables turned on them. Remember? If anybody remember me saying that, put it in the chat real quick. Drop a froze. Anybody remember me telling y'all that Eric Adams was basically a patsy? I told y'all Eric Adams was a patsy. Yo, that's another thing that I fucking told y'all. Yo, hold on. That's another, I didn't even realize this. That's another I told you so. I told y'all Eric Adams was a patsy. I told y'all. Maybe that's why they be, you know what? Maybe that's why the Brennan people are like scared of me. Because I be on here telling y'all exactly what's happening in politics. So I'm pretty sure they probably think that I got like an inside connect that I'm always calling and finding out. I promise you. They probably think I got a guy that I'm calling and get inside information from. Oh, shit. I guess all it has to do is need power and connect it, right? I'm thinking about it there. What up, Smoke Rebel? What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Eric Adams is just a patsy fan. He just didn't know no better. Any which one of us would have got caught up to, all right? I mean, probably not me, because I literally just don't trust the situation. As soon as they would have told me they wanted to ship immigrants to New York City, I wouldn't. The first thing he thought about was how much money you was gonna pay me. You understand what I'm saying? That's the first thing he thought about. That's not the first thing I would have thought about. The first thing I would have thought about is I need to get reelected. How's this gonna help my people? I need to get reelected. How's this gonna help my people? How's this gonna help the people that vote for me? Nah, but we bringing these people in, they gonna be able to vote. Nah, but we don't know which way they're gonna be able to vote, and we don't even know if that shit is gonna pass. This just sounds like you just trying to pass a problem, your problem, to me. That's what this sounds like. Sounds to me like you got a problem, and y'all trying to figure out how to make your problem my problem. I don't want that problem. You know what? This whole sanctuary city thing. Why don't y'all try that out in another state? And then after we see how that work over there, then you double back around to me. How about that? That would have been my energy. Nah, you after that, tell me. I want to see how this shit work. Nah, but we got to stick together. No, I hear you. I hear you loud and clear. Couldn't be any louder. Couldn't be any clearer. I have all of the hearing. But what I'm going to need to know is, how is this going to help my people? Okay, so this is how we're going to do it. I don't want you to send me money per person. I want you to send me money per bus. So you send the money and then you send the bus. So for every bus, we're going to need about $10 million. Because we're going to need to be able to take care of the people on the bus. And we're going to need to be able to take care of the situation. Because obviously, you're messing up our whole infrastructure. You're literally creating a situation where we're going to have to improve our police force. You're creating a situation where we're going to have to make makeshift places of refuge. We're going to have to, spend money on housing these people, feeding these people, clothing these people. And we currently already have a homeless problem. So I'm going to need about 10 million per bus up front. They got it. And for the first 2 or 3 buses, and then after that, then we'll come back and we talk. Because we're going to overcharge them. Because I don't want them. You understand? So I'm going to make it so that even if we got to accept them, it's going to be overwhelmingly in our favor. Because I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. So it has to be overwhelmingly going to benefit my constituency. That's overwhelmingly. Because this is not something that I want to do. All right, fuck it then. They gonna be talking crazy, and I'm like, then you gonna get me impeached then, fam. It is what it is. I bet you I'm gonna stand on this. You impeach me. Yeah, I see what y'all did to Cuomo. I see what you're doing to Trump. It is what it is. I didn't even want this job. Some people just threw my name on the ballot. Now I'm here. I mean, Biden warns defiant Israel about Gaza. So is Biden now saying that attacks could spark? Is Biden now warning Israel to stop bombing Gaza, is he saying? I don't trust Biden. Oh, also, there's a live action Zelda movie that they're about to do. Zelda's like my favorite video game of all time. Like video game series of all time is Zelda. I'm gonna tell you a story real quick while we talking. So when I was a kid, I didn't have no Nintendo, right? So shout out to my pops for this one year. So one year I asked for a Nintendo, right? He was like, I'm gonna get you a Nintendo. I was so pumped. But my pops don't really know nothing about none of that type of stuff. He an old guy. You know what I'm saying? He was even old when I was young. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was like, I'm his youngest. So he goes to the store. I'm assuming trying to get a Nintendo. I don't know. He could have been trying to get a Nintendo, not trying to get a Nintendo. I don't got the slightest idea. Anyway, he brings back a Sega Master System. I loved it. Shout out to Hang On and all the other games. I love the Sega. Thank you. I appreciate it. Don't get this confused. So I used to always watch the Zelda commercials. Zelda, I'm coming. What did he say? Zelda, where are you? Remember the old Zelda commercial and shit? So I was just in love with the commercial. Anyway, fast forward. A couple of years passed. I've never played Zelda. A couple of years passed. I moved to Concourse Village. Finally get to play a Nintendo, because I don't even think I could play Nintendo up until then. Too tough. Just like once or twice. So finally, get in front of a Nintendo. I'm playing a Nintendo. And I get Zelda. I think that's the first game that I ever just used to just have on and just walk around mindlessly. I'm not even really trying to do nothing. I just enjoy just walking around in that universe. That was where my love of basically like MMORPGs was born, ORPs, I guess, MMORPGs was. Anyway, they're making a live action movie, allegedly. They're trying to put it together. Big fan of Zelda. Just a big fan. Big fan. Also, I just like that genre of media. I love the wizards and stuff like that. I love that genre of media, you know, magic and stuff like that. I love that genre of media. But I believe in miracles, you know. Love that genre of media. I don't want a movie though. I want a series. I don't want a movie. I think like, okay, so let's talk about MCU for a second, right? So we're talking about movies. I want to talk about MCU for a second. So I think they should have a Miles Morales series. I think the problem is going to be CGI, you know, fight scenes and things and such. So I can understand where there might be an issue. But I think they should have a Miles Morales series. Live action. I think there should be a Heroes for Hire series. Live action. Notice I didn't say Iron Fist. I didn't say Power Man. I think there should be a Ghost Rider series, not a movie. Because I think a lot of these characters are so much more interesting than a movie could display. You understand? I think that when you only have 90 minutes or 120 minutes, however, to really fill people in on these characters, I think that people can't. I read comic books for a long time. So when I watch these movies, I understand that I have a different relationship with these characters than somebody who, you know, don't really read comic books. My relationship with these characters are different. I think that it'll just behoove the MCU if they start, even if it's not going to be a continuing series where it's a series and it's like 3 or 4 seasons, even if it's just going to be a 5 episode run, even if it's just going to be a 6 episode run, an 8 episode run, and then they're going to move to the movie. I think that that's what they should do. I think that'll help people come back to the MCU the way that I believe that they should have never left. I think that'll help people come back. I think if they do it like that. So there's like a ton of characters. I love the fact that Daredevil has his own show. But I want there to be a couple of other shows that Kingpin is also a part of. So he could be an overarching villain on like 3 or 4 different shows. You understand? Because he's going to be an overarching villain on Echo. Or I don't even know what you want to call it, because Echo is a bad guy. Echo is not a good guy. So I don't know how they... I don't know what to tell you. So he's going to be on that. He's also going to be on Daredevil. So he's already an overarching villain there. I think that they need to reboot Iron Fist. He needs to be an overarching villain there to a degree. And I think they need to reboot Power Man. Like I said, I think they need to have Heroes for Hire, specifically Heroes for Hire, and I think that he should be an overarching villain there. They are bringing back Jessica Jones. I think he needs to be an overarching villain there. If I was Tom, who plays Spider-Man? What the fuck is this guy's name? Pardon my language. Tom, whatever his name is. I forget his name. But if I was that guy, I would cater to the MCU to give me a Spider-Man 5-episode series. And I'll go to them and I say, you know, I want to have a Spider-Man show, but I don't want you to call the series Spider-Man. I want it to be called Peter Parker. And he could have his Spider-Man thing where he's doing Spider-Man stuff. But at the same time, we could flesh out who Peter Parker is. I think they should do that. This is just my opinion. And Kingpin, overarching villain. See, because people didn't read the comic books like I read the comic books. The Kingpin was the bad guy was the main bad guy to basically every single street level hero. Like every street level hero. Kingpin was the guy that the problem with. Like everybody sees Kingpin as a Daredevil villain. Kingpin was Kingpin was a Spider-Man villain initially. Kingpin is the guy who made most of the Spider-Man villains. Kingpin, just for people that don't know, I'm gonna give you a little bit of comic book history. Scorpion. Kingpin made the Scorpion. Kingpin got a scientist to make the Scorpion. Kingpin got a scientist to make the Rhino. Kingpin got a scientist to make this guy called the Beetle, something like that. Kingpin got a scientist to make, who else? There's like a ton of Spider-Man villains. Kingpin got a scientist to make the Shocker. I'm talking about from the comic books. I'm not talking about from the movies. Who else? Just trying to think of. But there's at least like 10 or 15 Spider-Man villains that Kingpin literally created. Went to a scientist and had a scientist do experiments and create these guys. So Kingpin should be the overarching villain for New York City street level, period. That's just the way that I feel about that. I think that if they do that and they drop those series in that manner, and we need to film these series all around the same time. So that's going to be what the problem or the issue is going to be. Because we want to film all of these series around the same time so they could be around the same events. We want the series to be completely around all of the same events. So we need to film at the same exact time. So it's going to be similar. We're going to be reusing a shitload of sets. I told y'all, I've been coming up with ideas to have a Coney Island centric television shows, man. I keep telling y'all that. Not one. A couple that all go together. That all exist in the same universe. It's just that every time I try to work with people from Coney Island, I get people bad mouthing me and just telling people not to work with me. So it is what it is. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, I have I don't have we getting the equipment back. I mean, after I get my computer back, it could easily be a goal. All I need is a computer, and then I gotta buy some more lighting. I need lighting. I don't have no lighting. I left all my lighting. I had to leave all of my lighting. So I would just need a computer, and I need to just buy some new studio lighting. And I only have a stabilizer. I need a new stabilizer. So once I get a stabilizer to shoot with, I need a stabilizer. Once I get a stabilizer and a computer and some lights, it's a fucking go. Just saying. What time we got? Anything y'all want to talk about? We at 10:11. Anything y'all want to talk about? Only guy in here talking to me today is the Art of D Glass. I'm assuming that there's new rumors or something out there about me. That's why nobody's commenting. That's what I'm assuming. The wind definitely went down. Maybe the politician guy in them is scared because I talk to people so easy. Maybe that's what they scared about. Y'all want to go downtown Manhattan today? Oh, I can't. Y'all want to go downtown because we got practice today. Y'all want to go downtown Manhattan tomorrow? Maybe we go downtown Manhattan tomorrow. If we get some audience participation today, if we get some good audience participation today, Maybe we do the morning show from downtown tomorrow. Maybe we go downtown and do the morning show downtown. And we get some good, nice audience participation today, so it could be feasible. Salute, children. Dylan Brooks said he's locking up LeBron. I love that guy, Dylan Brooks. He's just he does just no F's. Just no F's given. I love that guy, Dylan Brooks, man. Just no F's given. Just 0 F's given, fam. He just 0 F's given. Love that guy. He's obviously not locking LeBron up. That's funny. I think he's averaging like 17.5 points this year, so he's also balling out. So clap it up for Dylan Brooks. He also averaging like 17.5 points this year. Clap it up for Dylan Brooks. That's a fact. I was somewhere yesterday and somebody started saying something and I started clapping and everybody started clapping along with me. I can't remember where I was at. Like, my life is really like, it's be interesting to me. I don't know what anybody else is doing. I'm trying to remember where I was. I was somewhere. I remember where I was. Was that it? No, that was a different situation. I don't know. I also had about 3 or 4 situations yesterday where it would have made perfectly good sense for me to stop and slow clap, just so we can be clear. I think I was outside too long yesterday, though. That's all. I got too overly stimulated outside too much. Anything y'all want to talk about, or we about to get up out of here, fam? I don't have no topics to talk about. Y'all cool with me talking about the MCU and shit like that? I'm just asking. As far as Dylan Brooks is concerned, the dude is funny. I don't believe he's in the NBA to get a chip. I think he's in the NBA because that's his job. He's just trying to, he's making a living. Shout out to that. I don't know. I don't dislike the guy. I like the guy. He's like Rodman, but not as actually good. You know what I'm saying? He's just not as good. For a lot of people that don't know, I think Rodman averaged like 20 points in college, by the way. I think he averaged like 20 points in college. Rodman could have averaged 20 points in the NBA. You do know that, right? You know how many offensive rebounds that he got that he just threw back out? Imagine if Rodman was putting up every offensive rebound he got. Imagine if Rodman ran pick and rolls where he went to the basketball to dunk. He didn't even do those type of plays, man. He just played weak side rebounder his whole career. Weak side rebounder his whole career. I like Dylan Brooks. The Knicks has been kicking ass too lately. If anybody hasn't been watching. If the Knicks get it together, they could be dangerous, man. But like I said before, that Embiid trade, if the Knicks trade for Embiid, I don't want to give up RJ. Period. That's not a discussion for me. And I really don't want to give up Randall. But I'm ready to give up Mitchell Robinson. But I'm not going to give them both up. Is if I trade Randall to you, I got to trade Mitchell Robinson somewhere else to get a power forward. Even though I know y'all giving us Tobias Harris. Because I plan on putting Tobias Harris at the 3. And I plan on putting RJ at the 2. He's going to have to learn how to play some fucking defense. And if I have Tobias Harris at the 3, if we keep Randall and I keep Randall at the 4, and we have Embiid at the 5, and I have freaking I forgot who our point guard is. I have no idea why I can't never remember this dude's name. But we have our point guard that's out there killing. And we got RJ at the 2. That's compete. We could compete. And we could compete. Remember, that's still having Jay Hart coming off the bench. And that's if we don't give up Grimes. But I'll be open to trading Grimes if we could keep quickly. So trade Grimes, keep quickly. What do y'all think? Any Knicks fans in here? If you have to trade quickly or Grimes, who you want to trade? I'll trade Grimes and keep quickly. I don't want to trade no one on the team, by the way. We're talking about if we going to try to get Embiid. So I don't know. That's the way I go about it. But, because remember, the longer we wait through the season, the cheaper Embiid is going to come. You understand? The closer we get to the trade deadline, the cheaper Embiid should become. So, we trying to, I don't want to give up Mitchell Robinson. But it don't make sense to keep Embiid and Mitchell Robinson. Neither one of them could play the 4. You can't have them in at the same time. Don't make sense. Maybe they put him in at the same time and then move freaking Embiid to shoot threes while Mitchell Robinson grabs the rebound. The center's only going to be able to be either going to be able to jump to try to stop the 3 or grab the rebound. The center's not going to be able to do both. And you really want to get big, you throw Randall at the 3 and we just slow the whole game down. Slow the game down to a damn crawl. That's what I miss in the NBA. That's what I miss. I miss when the coaches had more effect of the actual thing that was going on the court. I miss that. I miss that. I miss controlling the tempo of the game. People don't understand. That's what I be doing at the park a lot. I be controlling the tempo of the game. Not even all of the times to play to my speed, but to play to my teammate speed most of the time. Like, you know how you have those dudes that's always like, slow it up, slow it up, slow it up. Sometimes it's speed it up, fam. You slow it up when you having a turnover issue. You speed it up when the other team can't guard you. You slow it up when y'all have a issue with taking a good shot. You don't slow it up just because the other team is scoring buckets. That's the difference between experience and inexperience. When you have experience, you've seen a situation so many times that you understand that there's more than one way to tackle it. When you have inexperience, sometimes that person has seen a way that has worked, and now they have deemed that that's the only way that they can make the thing work. In any regard, I'm actually gonna have to let y'all go. I'm actually going to have to let y'all go. We at the 3.5 hour mark. I have to let y'all go. We got a ton of things I'm supposed to be doing today. I have to get to a couple of them. We do have football practice today, so we're going to be out there at the football field during practice. That should be about 5 o'clock. So expect for there to be another live like around 4:35. Maybe one before then. I don't know if I just want to get on here and BS with y'all. I'm going to try to make sure I put out a couple of videos today, including some of the things that we spoke about today currently. And I need to make some connections with some people about some things. I love y'all. Please go have a beautiful day today. Once again, I shouldn't have been out there arguing with them fools yesterday. I have to conduct myself better when evil is around. When people are doing evil things to me, sometimes, like when I be thinking about some, people just doing shit that's just evil. Sometimes it just like really, the thing that bothers me is that how could you be that way? Like yeah, you're doing a thing to me, you're making my life uncomfortable. But a lot of the times I'm just busy looking like I'm disgusted that, I don't see a human no more. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for me to explain it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't see a human. Like some people aren't humans. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? Like some people are so corrupted, and some people are just so evil, and their minds are so twisted that they're not really human no more. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the way that I see them. That's what I'm looking at. So a lot of times, these type of people just disgust me. For lack of a better explanation. With that being said, look, I love y'all. Everybody have a blessed day. Go do something out there productive. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification game. Hashtag Bronx Bonus. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.